And the one I even did today is like a direct offer. He already sent me everything. Like, okay, on Monday we're going to do 1 week training. So after 1 week training, then from next week he's going to send me direct offer on Upwork. It's a fixed $500.
This is a corporate person. I'm eager to know, Sandra, how has the Freelance MBA been for you? Because we get a lot of corporate people asking us, is this for me? Is it useful for me? What has the experience been like for you?
Freelance MBA has really, really been impacting for me. After the first video about clarity, I just told myself, you've been the last 10 years. Why not wrong with it? Since, okay, I've been doing it, though it's on-site, retail businesses like B2C, business to customers. On few occasions, I do business to business. Other businesses won't have big orders. So I just told myself, why not just continue with the sales? But generally, the class has actually been rewarding. It has, reading the book again, the 10 times rule, it kind of fired me up. Even the who moved my cheese and the rest. I picked up 1 or 2 things. I was like, let's just run with it. I went to my Upwork and I revamped everything to sales. Between yesterday and today, I got 4 invitations. I didn't even waste my connect. I got 4 invitations. And from March till now, I've been having view. All my proposals have been viewed. They always view them. There is no sending message. But between yesterday and today, I have 4 invitations. And 3 actually responded. We've done interview. I did 1 interview yesterday and 1 interview today. And the one I even did today is like a direct offer. He already sent me everything. Like, okay, on Monday we're going to do 1 week training. So after 1 week training, then from next week he's going to send me the direct offer on Upwork. And it's a sales manager role about finance industry in the US. It's a fixed rate of $500. So it's actually been rewarding. I want to say you're doing an amazing job. God bless you. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Someone like me that was like, okay, I don't want to do this, but at least I'm seeing the one-on-one, the results, and it has actually been helpful. So thank you very much, everyone. And I wish all of us great success. Like, I know the testimony is going to be loud. The aim is to get 1,000, but after 1,000, we have 10,000 to go. We have 20,000 to go. I'm very, very close. Ahead. Wish everyone success. God bless you. The Lord reward you abundantly. Thank you for having me.
Freelance MBA was designed to help freelancers like you move from survival mode to build a profitable and sustainable business. With expert guidance, proven frameworks, and a supportive community, you will get the clarity, confidence, and skills to thrive. Of the Freelance MBA, the cohort 4 starts this October in less than 3 weeks. Seats are limited. Don't miss the chance to transform your freelancing journey. Click the link to secure your spot today and build your future together.
Hi everybody. Oh my god, did you listen to that testimony? Oh my god. Hi everybody. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome. I am Omar. For those that don't know me, people know me as Timmy the Fire Girl. Of course, I need a fire emoji, please. I need that fire emoji, please. Let's put the fire emoji in the comment section, please. I need it. Let me to destroy the comment section with it, because everybody know me. I come with fire all the time. Can I see the fire, guys? Please. I need the fire, everybody. I need the fire, everybody. Did you listen to that testimony? You are not doing wrong by being here. Let me see that fire. I won't say anything I want to say here. I'll go away. Let me see that fire. Let me see that fire burning. Let me see it. Austin, good evening. Let me see that fire burning. How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? That testimony was a lot from Sandra. It was a lot. Global Bestie, I see you. It was a lot from Sandra. Winner, thank you. The fire, let's keep the fire coming. Kausarat, Precious. Yes. I need that fire. These are my comrades. Comrades, come on. Let's see this fire, please. Let's see this fire burning. Welcome, guys. Welcome to day 2. It has been so amazing, like super amazing. Yesterday was value upon value. Today, do not expect less. Okay? Do not expect less. Do not expect less at all. Let's go and destroy the group. We need more people on here. The fire is not enough. The fire is not enough, guys. I need more persons, please. Fire is not enough. Please, I need more persons. Elder paranormal. I need a fire burning. Yes, sibling. My comrade. Yes, fire, 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 fire. Okay, let's do a little bit of a game. If you know you were here yesterday and you're also here today, you need to do something. Please give me double. I want you to type double in the comment section. I need double. If you know you were here yesterday and you know yesterday was a lot, like you got so much value for free. Oh, I need the word double. But you know you were not here yesterday and you're looking to watch the video. Of course, you have to, right? And you are here today. Today's your first day out of the 3 days. Please give me single, give me double. Because I need to know who we are asking God for double blessings. Oh, because I'm writing down prayer request though. So I want to know this person double blessing, this person single blessing. Except you are promising me that you watch it and I say, okay, God, let's manage and give them double awaiting. Yeah, yeah, we will be on the wait list for double, but you're not really there yet. You know, there's one leg in, one leg out. So double. Oh my God, med VA with glory. Thank you so much, double Joshua, why single? Musa, single, why? Are you promising me to watch this video? Double. We need double blessings. We need double blessings this 2026, okay? I want the fire. I need double blessing. I need double blessing. Thank you so much. Please, let's do one more thing before we proceed. We need to go to the group. Take this link. Go and tell them that it is happening already. They cannot afford to miss it. It is fire upon fire value. Do you know our lineup for today? Do you know how many people? Oh my God, I don't want to even spill the tea right now. I don't want to even go into it at all. You guys need to go and tell them it is happening. Like double blessing is happening here right now today. Okay, let's go. If you've done it, come here and tell me done. I'm waiting. Let's go and destroy the group with the link. People should join. Even people now know the group. Go to your WhatsApp status. Go and post it. Go and carry your village people, your friends that you know is not on the group, your brother, everybody, your family members. In fact, they should join. Story is about to change tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I'm the only one that is seeing this thing. I think I'm the only one. So let's do that. Come and tell me done when you are done. I'm giving you just 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's do that. Guys, I'm waiting. I'm not seeing our done. You guys are killing my energy. Double blessing for you, Sunday. Double blessing. I'm with you. Double blessing for you, definitely. Thank you, Tolu. Double siblings to me. A double blessing. I'm writing down this name so because I'm taking them to God. Me and God have such a very personal relationship. You don't want to know. I'm telling you. You don't want to know. Have we done it? Go and paste the link everywhere. Everywhere. Your family members, everybody. Because I want to tell you something about me. I was also the past court for Freelance MBA. I'm going to tell you, just wait for that testimony. But before that, I want you to tell me what your expectation for tonight is. You know, yesterday was really, really, really great. Right. I want you to tell me what your expectation for tonight is. Because me, I know my own, no, and I will share with you definitely. But tell me your own. Let me see. Let me see your own expectation for tonight. Let me see people that are ready for me. Oh, the group is locked. Okay. Global Blessing will do the opening. Thank you so much, Precious. What are your expectations for tonight, guys? Let me see it, guys. Your expectation for tonight. I'm not seeing anything yet. Are you guys not expecting anything? Okay. Oh, maybe I should tell Coach B we should close for tonight since we are not expecting anything. What are your expectations for tonight, guys? I'm not seeing anything. Let's come up with. Guys, I need your expectation for tonight. Like, tell me something that, oh my God, I'll be like, oh my God, no, Coach B, we need to extend this day. We don't want only 3 days because yesterday was hot. Fire is your own expectation, Basil. No, my comrades, I understand, but let's keep it low, okay? My comrades, I understand. Let's keep it slow. What are your expectations for tonight, guys? Let me see your expectation for tonight. I'm going to tell you my own, and I'm even going to tell you my story I had with Freelance MBA, the last cohort. Oh my God. What are your expectations for tonight, guys? Are you guys not expecting anything? I'll cry, yo. I'll be sad. Let me see your expectations for tonight. Oh my God, you want to learn how to draft a super effective offer. Tonight is your night. Mohammed, just go and clock it. Okay? Tonight is definitely your night. Go and clock that. You will know how to create one. You want to learn seriously. You want to learn seriously. You are going to learn. This is your right place. I think I'm going to tell you my own testimonial. This is your right place to learn. This is your right, you want to get logged in, right? Logged into LinkedIn. You are in the right place. Keep it somewhere. You are in the right place. I'm telling you somewhere. You are in the right place. Keep it somewhere. I put it to you. You are in the right place. Keep it somewhere. What are your expectations? I need to see more expectations. I need to see more expectations, more expectations. I need to see more expectations from us because I'm definitely going to share my story. I want you guys to learn from, what I did, where I am, or what I'm becoming right now. Because, oh my God, it's so, so super amazing where I am right now. I would have never thought of that if they have asked me like months before I joined Freelance MBA. You want to learn how to win your first international client and job as a medical. Yes, glory. This testimony is coming into reality. I don't want to be a pastor right now. You are making me to prophesy. But I'm telling you, from my mouth to God, yeah, this is happening. Just go and clock it. Okay? Go and clock it. Massive discounts on on Pro and how to get verified on Upwork and get a job. Oh my, you are in the right place. I'm telling you. You verified on up, you are in the right place. You're definitely going to get that job, like double money. This is my guy. Sibling, please see me outside. You are my comrade. You want to make mad money. Interesting. I think my expectation from tonight is also going to get enough values because our lineup for today is really, really amazing. And you just want to have your book ready, your book and pen. Please just let me know you have those book and pen ready. Because if you don't have them ready, I don't know, you are missing out. You have to write something down. You have to write something down because they are value for free, right? So, guys, I said I'm going to share my story with you guys. My story, my freelance MBA story. So after university, oh my God, clock that, Someone is a graduate, clock that. So after university, last year I was really, 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 really in a very dark place, in a dark phase actually. And I was just roaming about, the whole graduate journey. You don't know what you want to do. You're just really clueless, or but you want to really, really get job. You want to get money, and the Nigeria whole thing. So what I did was I was just walking around. I signed up for the ALX, whatever, ALX course and all of that. So after ALS, we said we should go to LinkedIn to start, positioning ourselves. I was going to LinkedIn to go and talk about motivation. Like I was literally a motivator. Who asked me? That was when I came across Coach B, very amazing woman, super intelligent, sweet woman. She will give you that clarity by force, right? Then I was able to, also join the free boot camp, the 3 days. And from there, I registered for the freelance MBA. You guys will not know. I borrowed money for the freelance MBA. I joined and I got value and I got a job before I finished freelance MBA. This is I'm telling you right now. I got a job. This is my testimony. You can go and check my LinkedIn. I have it everywhere. I got a job even before I finished my freelance MBA. So this is your story as well. Even more than my own, you will get a job. So I want you to, that word, it's so Gen Z. So this is it. Don't miss it. You are clocking it, right? So I got a job as well. The growth mindset is there. The clarity is there. I'm just learning. I'm evolving. And the faculty, the people here are so amazing. So you don't want to miss not being on the freelance MBA. You don't want to miss it. This is my personal story. This I'm not trying to copy that from anywhere. I got a job and I'm still even getting offers. I'm getting the visibility. What is important is you are going to have a shift in the mindset, right? You're going to have a shift in mindset. Things are really going to change for you. The way you see things are really going to be different. You understand? So I want you to stay tuned, right? I want you to stay tuned and Just expect so much. Expect so much. I always say one thing: reach for the moon and land on the stars, and you're getting
All right. So while we're waiting for Timmy to be back, or Omolara, we call her Omolara, we call her Timmy, depending on how we want it. While we're waiting for her to get back, I hear that the network is really bad tonight. Two of our speakers have also reached out to say that the network is poor. But guess what? For those of us that are here, we are going to keep soldiering on. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to pray. Okay, we always start with prayers. We love to pray on the Freelance MBA. And once again, we are going to pray tonight. Yesterday, we started with prayers, and we're going to do exactly the same thing this evening. Shall we pray? Who is ready to pray? If you're ready to pray, say, I am ready to pray. Say, I am ready to pray. Say, I'm ready to pray. Say, I want to pray. I love to pray. Awesome, awesome. Let's see who is ready to pray. Okay, so all right, all right, all right. So we're just going to pray tonight. Father, we say thank you. I'm grateful, Lord, for all the amazing people that are gathered here. I'm grateful, Lord, because you always have a plan. Even if we are not doing things according to your plan, you have a way of finding us and bringing us into your perfect plan, into your perfect will for our lives. And we are trusting you to do that tonight through the Freelance MBA, through this free 3-day boot camp. Thank you for those that were here yesterday. Thank you for those that are coming for the first time today. Thank you, Lord, for the things we learned yesterday. I have one prayer. I have one request. We have attended many trainings in our lives. Many of us, we've done so many things. We've gone to trainings, we've tried things, we've tried to show up online. We've done a lot. My prayer this night is this, oh Lord, that the people that are showing up today, they will not go back the same way they came in the name of Jesus. They will not go back the same way they came in the name of Jesus. We pray for them that everything will work out for their good. I'm praying for everyone under the sound of my voice, whether they pay for the Freelance MBA, whether they do not pay. I pray that you will direct their path in the name of Jesus. I'm praying for everyone here that God, you will direct their path, that in this year, that doors will open for them, that new doors will open for them, things will get better, their lights will shine, they will get clarity to know exactly what it is that you have planned for them in this life. In the name of Jesus, I pray for everyone under the sound of my voice that thing they've been looking for, that thing they've been looking for, that you help them to find a definition for it, and that you show them the path to go after it. I pray for you tonight. You will not waste your life. You will not waste your life. You will not waste your time. You will not waste your talent. You will not waste the resources that God has placed on the inside of you. In the name of Jesus, your eyes, they are open. In the name of Jesus, can you type tonight? Say, my eyes are open. I want you to type this one. Say, my eyes are open. Say, my eyes are open. More often than not, the things that God has the thing that will take us to the next level of our lives, God has already put it within our environment. There are people within your environment right now that God has placed around you to help you to the next level. The problem is you're not seeing properly. I want you to pray tonight. Say, my eyes are open. My eyes are open. My eyes are open. When I say your eyes are open, I'm praying in the name of Jesus that your eyes will open to the opportunities around you. There are people, there are trainings, there is a skill, there is a craft, there are things around you right now that all you need to do is just to learn how to maximize it. Your eyes are open in the name of Jesus. I pray for you. Your eyes are open. You begin to see the resources, the provisions around you in the name of Jesus. I've been reading the book of Genesis, and one of the things we read is the story of Abraham. God said he should sacrifice Isaac. And while he was just about to kill the boy, there was the provision of a ram. The provision was already there. He just had to look. He just had to look. You will open your eyes. You will look, and you will see. You have eyes that see. In this year, your eyes will see. In the name of Jesus, the things you've been missing before, that missing ingredient, you will see it. That person that has been in your circle, that has just been there, we've been telling yourself, good morning, boss, good morning, guy. And that person is the one that will take you to the next level. Your conversation will get to that point. Your conversation, you will talk to that point where you realize that, oh, what you're looking for is in the hands of this person. In the name of Jesus, you will not go back the same way you came. You will not go back the same way you came. You will not remain the same. In the name of Jesus. Oh, Father, we say thank you. We worship you. Lord, I'm grateful for all the amazing people here. We pray for our faculty. We come against every technical glitch. We come against every technical glitch tonight. We expectant. We are ready. We pray. We take charge in the name of Jesus of every technical issue. Our faculty, they are able to come online. They are able to come on board in the name of Jesus, and they will teach us and we will learn in the name of Jesus. We pray for our moderator too. She will be able to come back online in the name of Jesus, and this session will go smoothly well in Jesus' name. This session will go well in Jesus' name. In Jesus' precious and mighty name, we have prayed. Amen, 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 and amen. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. Amen and amen. All right. So we've got our moderator here, and then we'll be waiting. We're still waiting for our first speaker to join. Let me bring Omolara up to join me on the call. Let's see if she's able to join. All right. Hi, Omolara.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. You see my face now. My dad's call interrupted me, and I'm you know what? You know African parents, they just won't hear no. I'm extremely
Of
sorry.
course, you're.
you
No,
won't
that's
you won't hear
fine.
no.
That's fine.
You see my face now. I won't hear no. I'm trying to say I'm busy, and it was like I need to really just ask me something, and I'm so sorry. This is me. I'm really sorry, guys. African parents are just. Please. I'm sorry for the parents. Yeah, I'm really sorry for the parents. Yeah, but see, guys, I really. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. So as I was saying,
Oh,
yeah, I Coach B already took us in prayer. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for having my back, and I'm really sorry about that once again. As I was saying, guys, please I was sharing my freelance MBA. I told you I borrowed money from like a long time friend. So by the time I reached out with the intention to borrow, to be very honest. But when I told her the story and everything, God works in miraculous way for me. Oh, like I said, I told you I have personal relationship with God. So just give me your name now. So let me tell you, oh God, this person is saying that. Let me just, but you will give me something. Of course, you give me small money now. Abba, you can't. Because I'm leveraging on my own relationship with God for you. So you find me something. You just joking, just kidding, right? So I actually went with intention to borrow from my friend, and my friend gave me. Honestly, I was so shocked, and that's just how God works. I'm not saying you might be in the same situation that I was at that time, but I'm just saying that if you have the capacity to be a part of something, growth mindset is really important, because you can't be where you are forever. You always want more, and to want more you have to do more, even in terms of monetary aspect and all of that. You just have to do more, just have to give in more to receive more. That's just what I'm going to say to you. Have faith. Honestly, when I was starting out, my confidence boosted. I've always been a very confident person, but but shy, that's it. But now I'm just ready to take up anything, to be very honest. Like, give me something that is of my interest, please sign me up. Please sign me up. Like, don't like, I'm really sad. Just put me on and all of that. So guys, I want you to really take this seriously. This 3 free days is for us to see that there's so much value to be given. There's so much intentionality when it comes to freelance MBA. Just take it from me. The love, the books that we're going to read, the check-ins and everything. So I want you guys to really take freelance MBA seriously. See, my name, I don't know if you can find me on my link. You come and ask me back for your money if you not get value. But I know that will not happen. Me, I don't have money to pay you, but I'm just going to like, but I know that's not going to happen. I'm very sure of it. I'm super, super sure of it. It's not going to happen. Like, look at the testimony from Ose yesterday. Look at the one from Shay. Look at the one from Sandra today. They are enough. People, of course, people want to know what they can. They are enough. They are enough, and there's still more to come tomorrow. They're enough, right? So that's my story. That's my story. If you could learn anything from that story, it is that freelance MBA is here to save lives. It's here to like make it's there to make you earn from anywhere. It's a make like that dollars. I don't know me. I have my own goal for this. Coach B will say, "Don't make money your goal. I mean, don't make it your center of this thing." Coach B, I'm sorry, oh, is that money? Go. But yes, the goal is there. But is that money? Is that money? But it's still. I'm telling you guys, freelance MBA is a lot, And the most interesting thing now is that it's being reloaded. Even me, I'm angry at Coach B. This is like a personal quarrel that we'll issue out later. Because tell me why you are doing reloaded now. Why was he not doing my own cohorts? You guys should help me ask Coach B why. Why was he not doing my own cohort? It has been really, really reloaded, and there's so much to be given out. There's so much to be given out, like a lot to be given out. It's been reloaded. There's so much, and even me, I'm jealous. I'm going to. Hey, I will not let. I must take value from this reloaded because there are so many that I'm supposed to let. You can't stop learning. You can't stop learning. Learning is very continuous. It's progressive. You can't stop learning. You can't. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't. You have to always take up a book to read. You have to always take up a skill and all of that. And with freelance MBA, they will teach you character. Please give me that. They will teach you character. I'm telling you, you have that character. You have everything. Emi ask her, Shey for me, why? Why did she do the reloaded now? Why? We need to ask her why. Because now I'm feeling like I'm not very loved by Coach B, which I know is a lie. I know she loves me, but now I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling like that. I'm feeling like that. So, guys, are we ready for tonight? I need that energy. Are we ready for tonight? Please keep my story at the back of your head. Like, keep that story. Like, I want you guys to be ready for tonight. So, guys, we are here. This is our first speaker, Coach Bobby. Let us hear this very beautiful. Let us listen to this very beautiful video. Coach Bobby is just that godfather for me. Like, it's like this for me. So let's watch this video together, guys. Let's watch it together.
Bobby Joachim is a highly regarded people and organization development consultant, renowned for his expertise in leveraging cultural intelligence and artificial intelligence to inspire transformative shifts to individuals and institutions. With a distinguished fellowship at the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, he is often affectionately referred to as Godfather. Bobby Joachim spearheads the delivery of cutting-edge training and coaching services to diverse sectors, including finance, healthcare, education, logistics, real estate, creative industries, and hospitality. In addition to his professional pursuits, Bobby Joachim serves as an associate pastor at the New Covenant Church, Doss Center. Bobby Joachim is a highly regarded people and organization development consultant, renowned for his expertise in leveraging cultural intelligence and artificial intelligence to inspire transformative shifts to individuals and institutions. With a distinguished fellowship at the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, NIPS, he is often affectionately referred to as the Godfather. Bobby Joachim spearheads the delivery of cutting-edge training and coaching services to diverse sectors, including finance, healthcare, education, logistics, real estate, creative industries, and hospitality. In addition to his professional pursuits, Bobby Joachim serves as an associate pastor at the New Covenant Church, Jos Center.
All right, everybody, and that is our coach Bobby Joachim. Always mixing up the names. I think we need to see my video. All right, so yeah, that's our coach Bobby Joachim, and we're super excited and super pumped to welcome him tonight. However, we still have a network glitch, and we're hoping that he's able to come on board in a couple of minutes. Okay, so while we're trying to do that, I would still just introduce him in absential. Okay, and we're trusting God for the best. Both of our speakers have network issues. Is that not interesting? Okay, so you're going to do, oh, glory to God. So one of our speakers has joined. We've got one of the speakers in. So I think we might be taking our other speaker first, and then maybe Coach Bobby might come in later. Okay, so before I talk about Coach Bobby, I'm going to be bringing on board Coach Precious Obo, who is going to be taking us on LinkedIn optimization. So just as a very quick recap of what the session tonight will be looking like, we have three speakers, and I'll tell us the different things they're going to be speaking about. So first we have Coach Bobby Joachim, and you already got his intro today. The second speaker, who is now going to be replacing Coach Bobby and speaking first, is Coach Precious Obo, who is going to taking us on LinkedIn optimization. And the final speaker for tonight is Dr. Ishioma Elora Ona, who is going to be taking us on engagement strategy that works on social media. Okay, so those are the three sessions. They're powerful sessions, and every freelancer or every digital business owner needs to understand each of these things clearly. Before we go ahead, right, we are doing this, we're giving you this free of charge, and we want to request something from you. I want you to go on the group you're in, right? I want you to pick 10 random people, tag them, and say to them that we are live. Why are you not here? Just tag 10 random people on that group. And we have over how many people on the group? We've got hundreds and hundreds of people on all of the groups that we came from. And right here, I can see about 47 people on the call. I don't want anybody to miss out. And like I said, after the 3-day boot camp, we are going to revoke access. Okay, we're going to revoke access to you're not going to have access to these sessions anymore. Is that okay? So what I want you to do right now is go on the groups you're on immediately. I want you to rush to those groups immediately and go and invite 10 people and ask them, why are you not here? Why? Many of the people that spoke, Omolara started, she got her first job from the free boot camp. I think she didn't mention that. The first job was from something we had posted on the free boot camp, right? Just like you're on. So also, Blessing, who anchored yesterday, it was a free boot camp like yours that made her her first $1,000 on Upwork. So please, you will be helping somebody's life by going on that group and then tagging and tagging. I want you to give back. I'm actually demanding of you to give back something to us. So go to those groups and then tag 10 people and tell them why you're not here. I'm looking at the group right now, and I'm looking at who will be that grateful person that will say, you know what, let me go and tag people. Go and tag people, let them come in. Okay. Another thing you can do is to forward the live message to your WhatsApp status and say, join me. Just forward that message and let people join us, right now, so that they know that this is happening, and hopefully this will be a source of blessing to somebody. All right, so I'm waiting for people to do that. Awesome. So while you're doing that right now, and I'm looking at the numbers, I'm keeping my eyes on the numbers for the numbers to increase, I want you to do something. We're going to be welcoming right now an amazing individual. See, I might not have money in my bank account, but I can always tell you that I'm one of the wealthiest people in the world. Why is that? Because I've got the gift of people, amazing men and women who don't have to be teaching the freelance MBA. They don't have to, because I know their results. I see how much they make, right? It is not the peanuts that we give them to say thank you that keeps them on the freelance MBA. However, it is their passion to impact lives. So tonight I'm going to be welcoming, I'm going to be bringing on stage an amazing person, a top creator on LinkedIn. And when I say top creator, I'm not saying top creator that that is just popular. Some people are just popular, they don't have substance. This is someone that every single time he comes on board, I learn. This is someone, I don't know if Precious knows this, but even sessions he has done with other people, I'll go and carry the video and I will just be watching. And that shows you the depth of the value that these people they have to give, or that Precious in particular has to give. Precious, amazingly and remarkably, is a student, right? Is a student at the moment, which is another thing that blows our minds. You're a student. How are you able to do all of these things? How are you able, like, how on earth are you able to do all of these things? But somehow is able to do them. So tonight, I want you to welcome a LinkedIn top creator, a LinkedIn optimization expert globally. Because Precious doesn't just work for clients in Nigeria, he works for clients all over the world. I think he has worked for clients in all the continents across the world. I think except one. I'm not sure. It will correct me if I'm wrong. He's worked with clients from almost all the continents the world. Please welcome with me tonight, with all the emojis in your archives. Go and find those emojis. His favorite emoji is the love emoji. So please, you can give him the love emoji. Let the love emojis, let them roll in comments right now. Celebrate with me as I bring on board this evening Coach Precious Obo as it takes us away on LinkedIn optimization. You're welcome, Precious.
Okay, amazing, amazing. Evening, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me clearly, though.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Means that
Awesome,
people can
awesome.
hear you. Yes.
So, yeah, amazing. Evening, everyone. Apparently, right, the network was really, really messy. I think MTN network. So I was having a bit of a challenge to join, but I'm really excited that everything has been sorted out. Please, I would love you to help me share my screen. Awesome. Awesome. I think it's already up. Okay. All right. So how are we all feeling today? I'd love to see the comments too. I'm not really familiar with this platform you're using, Restream. Yeah, I'd love to see the comments. How are we all feeling? How are we all feeling? Are we excited? Are we excited? Are we ready to learn? Are we ready to learn? Are we ready to learn? Okay. Okay. I'm basically seeing it right now. Awesome. Amazing. I mean, comments are coming in. So you can keep on dropping the love emoji. No, Mambulu said. I love emojis and all that. Okay, amazing. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say well done for showing up today again, right? This is day 2 of our program, and if you're still here today, it simply tells me that you're not just curious about freelancing, you're also serious about making it work for you, and that's a very good one. So yesterday we heard from some amazing people. We heard from Coach Bulu, right? We heard from Coach Babs. We heard from Coach Chibuzo, and of course they lead a very very strong foundation, right? And I think before now, I think I would have Coach Bobby would have taken it over, but I guess it's because of the network. He's also experiencing the same thing, right? But regardless, I believe you all got so much value, so much value. I'm really excited about that too. So today my role is pretty much different. My role is pretty much different. As you all know, my name is Precious Obo. I'm the founder of the Precious Touch, and I work with freelancers. I work with creators, professionals who want to stop struggling for attention online, and they want to start attracting opportunities, especially on LinkedIn, right? And just to clarify, what I'm about to teach you is not motivation. It is not theory. It's going to be pretty much practical. I may not be sharing too much stories because I was told I have about 25 minutes, which I'm pretty much bad at keeping to time. God help me. Anyway, so this session is about how opportunities actually find you on LinkedIn, right? About how opportunities find you on LinkedIn, especially global opportunities, right? Because I know that some of you are just starting out. Some of you here already have your skills. You already have skills that you've learned over time, and some of you even work for clients, right? But the problem is the income is not consistent, right? So my goal today is simple, pretty much three things. Okay, my goal is that by the end of this session, you will understand why your effort alone is not enough on LinkedIn. That's number one. Number two is you get to see why some freelancers get picked even without applying, right? And number three is you get to know what to fix so that you can become visible, you can become trusted, and most importantly, you can become profitable, right? So, the topic for today's session is building a magnetic LinkedIn presence. I believe you can see my slide. Yeah. So when I say magnetic, I don't mean you getting to shout. I don't mean you getting to beg over for opportunities and all that. I mean you trying to create a presence where the right people can easily find you, right? They can understand what you do in few seconds, and they already trust your competence before even getting to speak with you. All right. So this session is for you, and I want you to do something for me, okay? I want you to listen with this mindset. Just have this mindset, have this in mind, right? Well, in the course of me getting to teach you most of these things, I want you to think about, okay, how does whatever information I get to share apply to you? Think about it, okay? And then I also want you to think about another thing, which is, what is my current signal? Don't worry, I'm going to expatiate as we move on, but I just want you to have that in your mind, right? Because I'm going to be sharing a lot of things that will change the way you think about freelancing, right? So let me know if you're excited in the comments. Let me see some love emojis. Let me see some love emojis. I really wish there was where I could see the comments really fast, so I know that my people are with me. Okay. I'm not really seeing the comments though, but it's all good. I believe the comments are coming in. So let me just assume the comments are coming in. All right, all right. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So our next slide, the ground rules. Okay, so before we go any further, right, let me quickly set the tone for this event. Basically how I want you to approach this event, right? Oh, okay, that was a mistake. So how I want you to approach this event. So, just like I said initially, right, this is not the kind of training where you just sit back, you sit back and listen, and then at the end of it, you forget everything by next week, right? What we are doing today is practical, right? And I'm going to try my best to ensure that I work with the limited amount of time I have been given. All right. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to silence every form of distraction, right? So if your phone is not helping you take notes right now, please and please put it away just for the time being, right? Secondly, I want you to write things down, right? I want you to write things down because a wise man once said, right, a short pencil is it better than a long memory? I think it's I guess he said it somewhere around that, that you get. So I want you to write things down. As I share a couple of things. Please write them down. They will help you a lot. And number three is I want you to come with an open mind. I want you to come with an open mind, right? Someone says he's feeling precious. Anyway, so yeah, I want you to come with an open mind. So some of the things that I'll share today might challenge what you currently believe about LinkedIn, what you currently believe about freelancing, and also what you currently believe about visibility, right? Now, that is a good thing, right? But the whole idea is growth at times feels uncomfortable because you might have to change, the way you actually used to view some other, ideas, some other topics and all that. So please be open-minded, be willing to receive, right? Because everything I'm going to be sharing with you tonight is from my personal experience. These are things that I have been able to implement over time that has gotten me results, right? Results consistently. Okay. So number four, the fourth thing I want you to also do is I want you to jot down your questions, right? In the course of me getting to share most of the things I'll be teaching you tonight, right? I want you to write down, the questions that you have in mind, right? Not everything will be answered immediately, but just in case there is going to be a question and answer session, so it'll be easier for us to move with the flow. Okay. And number five, right? I want you to decide to apply, not just to listen. Now, I do not want this session to be just a session where you just come in, you sit, and everything that you say down here is more like value, value, value. You put on fire emojis, you put on love emojis, but at the end of it, you're not necessarily getting results. The reason is because you're not applying these things. So these are the ground rules for this session. So let me see. Let me know if you're ready for this session. If you're ready, let me see some love emoji, please. Let me see some love emoji. The chats are not really coming so fast. I need to be energized. Aside from Nigerian match, just one today, I also want a different level of energy, and I believe that can come from you. Okay, okay. Excuse me. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay, just to avoid the time. Right. Let me see. Okay, awesome. So the silent frustration of freelancers. The silent frustration of freelancers. Now, let me paint a scenario in your head, right? So, has it ever occurred to you that at some point while you're building your personal brand, right, you put in so much effort on LinkedIn, right? You do a couple of things. Let's say you update your profile, you try to post on LinkedIn, or maybe you even eventually start applying for multiple roles. And then at the end of all of those things, nothing happens, nothing changes, right? You're literally not getting any message, no opportunities, no feedback, right? And the most confusing part is that you know that you're skilled, right? You have the skills, you've taken courses, right? And you've also, let's say, you've worked on a couple of projects before, but it still feels like you're invisible. I know a good number of you are currently at that phase right now, right? Where and the worst part is, let's say after you've gone through that series of frustration as a freelancer, right? The next thing when you come on LinkedIn, you open LinkedIn, and then you start seeing other people announcing their new roles, their new clients, their new wins, all these typical happy to announce posts and all that, right? Very, very typical example was a couple of days back, I made a post. I think I was trying to make a promotion for a brand. So I made a post about my personal experience, how I was able to be earning seven figures monthly as a 400 level student. And someone was like, Omo, in my 400 level, I was literally repairing phone charger and all that. This guy is literally just coming to share his wins and all that. So at some point where, for someone who is currently struggling, and you've done things multiple times, and then when you come on the platform and you start seeing other people are now, sharing their wins, you start, having some series of doubts. You'd be like, okay, is it the algorithm is the problem? Is it because is it that I don't know what I'm doing on the platform? Or is it my village people that is basically chasing me around, right? So you start thinking of all of those things, and I totally understand you, right? Because I think a few years ago, I was at that point in my journey, right? I was at that point literally. But I want you to know something, right? There is nothing wrong with you, right? There is nothing wrong with you. What is happening is much simpler and pretty simple for you to fix, right? Now the thing is, you are doing the work, but the signal that you're sending is not clear. Now, I created a very similar post about this, which I'm going to get to expatiate over this course, so you have a better understanding of how this works, right? So today we're going to get to fix all of that. I believe by the end of tonight's session, right, you won't have all of these struggles, thinking about, okay, um am I a spoon? Why is it that I'm not getting results? Every other person is getting results. All of those multiple thoughts, right? So let's get into the next slide. Let's get into the next slide. So yeah, why others get picked first? Why others get picked first? Now let's talk about the opportunity gap that we have in the freelance industry. All right. So let me say something that might surprise you. So I want you to pay attention to this, okay? So you see, most opportunities most opportunities don't go to the best freelancers in the world. Please note this. Most opportunities don't go to the best freelancers in the world. They go to the ones that are very, very clear. Or let me put it this way, they go to the clearest one, right? I know that's a very tough pill to swallow because you think to yourself, okay, why is it that I am very good at my skill? I'm a lot more better than this guy, but he's getting more opportunities compared to me. And I know pretty much well that I can do whatever who is currently doing, that he's getting the opportunities and I'm not getting the opportunities. That's very crazy, right? But the thing is, a lot of you here have asked yourself those questions, right? Where you get to say, okay, how are people getting these opportunities so easily? Some people actually get opportunities seamlessly. You see someone that just started his freelance journey, excuse me. You see somebody who started his freelance journey, right? And in the next 2 3 months or less, before you know it, the person will be like, oh, I finally landed my first $500 gig. And you'll be like, oh, I have been in this industry for the past 6 months. And I think the highest pay I've gotten is just $100. So it's very, very crazy, right? So the whole idea is, right, I want you to I want to give you an idea of what is happening behind the scenes, right? So you can actually think like these people that you're trying to attract. I hope I'm not too fast though. I hope I'm not too fast. Let me slow down a bit. I hope I'm not too fast. So, when a founder or a recruiter, right, when they open LinkedIn, right, I want you to understand that they are not in research mode, right? They are in decision mode, right? Now, what they're actually looking to do is they don't want to figure you out once they come on your profile. They don't want to think too much, right? They don't want to connect the dots of what you're doing. What they want to do is that they want to understand your profile in few seconds. Do you understand? They want to understand your profile in few seconds. So you say someone whenever they come on your profile, right? What is in their mind right at that point in time is that, okay, maybe I have seen this person before, maybe I have spoken to this person before, or let's say this person actually knows exactly what he or she is doing. Do you get? That's what they want to have in their mind. Because I mean, if you think about it, let's assume a recruiter is going on LinkedIn and is looking out for multiple creatives, right? Now he has a list of, let's say, 50 people, right? So now this particular recruiter, right, is looking out for samples, for signals rather, right? Signals that is going to get to tell the recruiter that, okay, this person is good for the job. This person is an expert and is an expert for the job. Do you understand? So those are basically things that you need to put at the back of your head. Do you understand? So because a lot of people right now, when those guys actually come on your profile, right, they are very, very confused, right? When they go through your profile, everything looks very confusing. And it is not because you're bad per se, right? It is because the reason why they actually hang out, go away from your profile is because they are actually confused. You're actually looking confused rather. And what I usually say is confusion always feels risky. I mean, if I go to your profile right now and I see that this guy does not really understand what he or she is doing, you have so many roles in your profile at the same time, right? I would be very scared to even, want to, check out your profile or, give you that gig because I feel that you might not be a good fit for the job. Do you understand? So the whole idea of what I'm trying to pass across to you guys is when you see someone else get picked, when someone else gets picked, right? It is really because they are more talented than you, right? But the main reason is because they feel safer to choose. They feel safer to choose. And that's basically the idea. All right. So the big question here is, how do I make myself easier to choose? How do I make myself easier to choose? That's the big question that you want to have at the back of your mind. And we're going to be uncovering that as we move on. So let me know if you're all following. Let me see some fire emojis in the comments. Let me see some fire emojis or some love emojis rather. Okay, I can see Deborah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me know if you're following. Let me know if you're following. Okay, okay. Let me know if you're following. Let me know if you're following. Awesome. So let's move over to the next slide. Okay. So now, how opportunities are actually found on LinkedIn? Do you get how global roles are filled? How our global roles are filled now? So this is the part This is the part that is very, very important, right? Because once you understand this part, right, you stop asking yourself, why didn't they pick me? You stop asking yourself that question, right? So let's look at how opportunities actually move on LinkedIn. So most global opportunities don't start with a job post, right? If you notice, they start with a problem, right? They start with a problem. Now, the very first thing that the reason why a founder will actually go on any platform looking out for creators is because a founder needs help, right? A team is overwhelmed, right? Or a recruiter is under pressure to fill a role very fast. So what did they do? Right? They do two things. I want you to pay attention to this. Now they do two things. They either search or they remember. They either search or they remember. So now, how can you fall under these two categories so that you can actually be found on LinkedIn, right? So when it comes to searching for you, right? Now, what they work with is they search LinkedIn using keywords, right? Or they think of people that they have already seen before, right? Or they have associated with before. You understand? So it's either they are searching for you using keywords, or they get to remember you, right? Through maybe they have seen your content before, maybe they have come across, or someone has mentioned your name before. Do you understand? So in the process of them getting to search for you, that's where your whole profile optimization comes in place. How you can actually get to use the right keywords, right? Just so that it will be easier for people to discover your account. And now, for the second part where they get to remember you, this is where consistency actually comes into play, right? The moment where you keep on creating content every time, and maybe at some point, these recruiters actually get to notice your content during it, and they will now remember, oh, I remember that there is David, who is a very good designer because I've seen his content over time, and they'll definitely decide to reach out to you. All right. So the key thing here is that these people don't start from zero, right? They do not start from zero. So by the time that they reach out to someone, that person already feels familiar, right? They've seen that person's post before. They've come across their content, their comments, right? They understand what that person does, right? The outreach that is happening is not the beginning of the decision. It is usually the confirmation. Now, this is what it simply means. Before I send you a message and requesting that, okay, I want to hire you for a particular service that you're offering, or I want to hire you for a post, for a role. Do you understand? I already have been able to be pre-sold by maybe the things I've seen on your profile, or the things I've seen on your profile over time. Do you get? So I am now coming to your DM not as a point that I'm basically trying to make a decision. At that point, I already have in my mind that, okay, I want to get to work with this person. So it's usually a confirmation. All right. That is why some people get messages like, I don't know if you have ever experienced it before, like if somebody is trying to reach out, or anybody comes to you with an opportunity, and you hear stuff like this, the person will be like, hi, I've been following your work for a time. I've been following your work over time, and I noticed that this is a great thing that you've been doing. Do you understand? Or maybe they might say, I've seen your post and I think that you are a good fit for the job. I don't know if any of you have ever come across such messages before in your DM from anybody who is looking to hire you or give you an opportunity. So you see, those messages are not luck. Those messages are not luck. They are the result of visibility over time. They are the results of visibility over time. So now, if you've been applying and applying, right, and you're literally hearing nothing, it is not always rejection. Sometimes you were never in the considerations in the first place. That is the whole idea. But is that the good news is that that means this something you can actually change. This is something you can literally change. Do you understand? That's literally change that, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you the shift that changes everything. You get that's going to take you from the point where this, aside from the fact where these people get to search for you on LinkedIn, they can also get to remember you, right? So, it's going to be from the point where you are actually being the one who is chasing these guys, the point where these people are literally chasing you. Do you understand? These people are literally chasing you. So that is the idea. Okay. So let's move over to the next slide. Let's move over to the next slide. I'm seeing some comments, not yet uh better network today. Okay, I guess maybe that's not from my end. Okay, so let's move on. All right. So now let me make this very practical now. This slide is called, the real shift that you need to make, right? Now I'm going to explain most of these things. Now the first point is that I don't want us to have a mindset where, in order for you to gain access to premium opportunities, you need to be at the point of chasing every time you're chasing, right? How about you can turn it into a situation where you are now attracting these people to your brand, and it's going to be very much easier for you because these people has already been pre-sold. If they're the one coming to your DM, they have already been pre-sold. So now, how can you do that? How can we go from chasing these recruiters, these clients, to being the chosen one amongst many others? All right. Now, the first point is stop hunting opportunities. Stop hunting opportunities. Now, let me show you a typical example of someone who is literally hunting opportunities. And I know that a good number of you guys in this call belongs to that category, right? So a typical scenario, right? You wake up in the morning, right? The very first thing you now do is you open LinkedIn, and the first thing you do is go to the job tabs, right? Then next thing you now do is you apply to 5, 10, sometimes 20 roles. Do you understand? And probably you can get to tweak your CV slightly and hope that this one works. And you've been doing this for the past only God knows how long, and you've not really gotten any result. And let's say, for instance, you eventually get a result. That result might not necessarily be a premium opportunity. Do you get? So you've been doing this over and over again. How about instead of spending that energy to hunting these people, right, to actually getting to attract them? Do you understand? Point while I was building my personal brand, right? I have done most of all these things. I have sent CV. I have applied for multiple roles on LinkedIn, right? I have done them, and a lot of people here have also done it before. And you see, the problem is not effort. That's why I tell people, right? You can be working so hard, but yet you're not getting the result. Problem is not effort, right? The problem is positioning, right? The problem is positioning, right? So when you're always hunting, right, you're always starting from the weakest point. Please consider me kind of scenario. All right. But the whole difference is you can start shaping perception. And shaping perception simply means being intentional about what people think when they see you. Being intentional about what people see when they see you. For example, okay, if someone clicks your profile right now, do they see a clear professional, or they see someone still figuring things out? I can tell you, right? I can bet like I can bet I can bet a lot of things right now that a good number of people right now, their profile still looks like they're still figuring things out, right? And I used to say this very, very much whenever I'm having conversations like this. For the fact that you're a newbie is not 100% guarantee that you should be seen as a newbie, or you should look like a newbie, or you should brand as a newbie. In fact, for the fact that you're on this call and you've gotten access to this information, right? It's going to give you a cue that, oh, I need to work on my profile. I need to change a couple of things so that I can upgrade my perception. All right. So the question is, do they see you as someone who helps businesses, right? Or do they see you as someone who is passionate about many things? Right? You see, this is why you have like two people with the same skills, right? Two people with the same skills get different results. One person's profile makes you think, right? Oh, this person is actually serious. This person is willing to work with. Do you understand? And the other person makes you think, oh, he's just trying, but I'm not sure yet. Do you understand? So the difference is perception and not skill. All right. The difference is perception and not skill. Now, the next thing you want to do here is you want to focus on signals and not activity. This is where a lot of people get very wrong. They get it very wrong. Like you feel that, okay, for the fact that every day you're making content, you are posting on LinkedIn, you're sharing your ideas, that is activity. right? Or you're doing engagement, right? That is activity, right? And the problem is a lot of you guys are not really focusing or paying attention to the signals that these recruiters want to get to see in your profile before they can actually reach out to you, right? These are one of the things. So I see people say stuff like, I am active on LinkedIn, but nothing is happening. And then when you check their profile, you see random topics, right? You see inconsistent messaging. There is no clear association. Do you understand? And I used to tell people, right? The platform doesn't reward noise, right? The platform doesn't reward noise, right? People respond to patterns, right? So this is what Signal does, right? Signal tells people what to remember you for, right? They tell people what to remember you for. So you don't just want to be all around the place, sharing so many ideas and all that, and expect people to have a good understanding of the value you're bringing to the table. It doesn't work that way. All right. So now the last point I want to state here is think long-term visibility. Think long-term visibility. Now, this is where impatience kills progress. This is where impatience kills progress. Now, someone posts twice, right? Then wait 1 week and says LinkedIn doesn't work. Can you explain that? Or let's say you've been consistent for, let's say you post for the past 30 days. And after the past 30 days and you don't see result, you'll be like, more this platform is not working. Ladies and gentlemen, when I started building my brand, it took me 3 months, right? This is my own personal experience. It took me 3 months before I was able to land a single role, before I was able to make 1 naira from the account. Now, assuming if at the very first month, right, I stopped being visible, obviously I wouldn't have gotten to this point I am right now. Do you understand? So I want you in your approach, right, as a freelancer, I want you to think long-term visibility. Long-term visibility, right? You see, the people that you admire, right, didn't become visible in 7 days. Just like I said, just told you that it took me 3 months, literally. It might not take you 3 months, it might take you less than that. All right. And regardless of the fact that it took them a quite number of time to be consistent on the platform before they started seeing results, they showed up consistently enough that their names felt familiar, right? Their content felt predictable, right? And their expertise felt safe, right? So when an opportunity came up, right, they were not strangers. They were the obvious choice. Please, I want you guys to be the obvious choice for whatever you're doing right now. Okay, because if you come on the platform, right, or let's say in a certain room where a couple of people are looking for some creatives that they want to work with, and they be like, okay, I'm looking for a designer, right? And then they mention this particular person's name, right? And you say, oh yeah, Daniel is very good at designing. Oh, Daniel, yeah, I think I've worked with him before. Why is that happening? Because he has been able to brand himself as the obvious choice. Obviously Daniel can actually do the work. I don't know if you get the idea. So that is how you move from chasing opportunities to being the person opportunities look for, right? To being the person opportunities look for, right? So I'm going to reiterate on these 4 points that I've stated so far. Stop hunting opportunities. It doesn't mean that you should stop applying for roles. It simply means that applying for roles shouldn't be your only strategy. Okay. Number two is start shaping perception. Number three is focus on signals and not activity. Number four is think long term visibility. Hope you got that, guys. Anyway, so let's move over to the next slide. Okay. All right. All right. Now, this slide might look very simple. This slide might look very simple, but this is honestly where most freelancers lose money without knowing it. Do you realize that you're losing a lot of money without knowing it? It's crazy. It's really crazy. So you see, this is why you're losing money, okay? This is why you're losing money, right? So if you're not if you're not clear about what you do, the market definitely won't be clear, right? So let me explain what I mean by that. So you see, when someone clicks on your LinkedIn profile, right, and this happens more than you think, right? They give you about seconds 5 seconds. Now, in those 5 seconds, they are subconsciously asking themselves, what does this person do? Right? Who is this person for? Right? Should I keep reading or move on? Now, I want you to do a practical scenario in your mind. Now, imagine if you get to see someone's profile for the first time. What is the first things that come to your mind, right? Think about it, right? What are the first things that come to your mind? Who is this person? What does this person do? That's the very first thing, right? And imagine if that person's profile does not have any clarity. There is no trajectory of what you're doing, right? So if the answer on your profile is not obvious, they don't dig deeper, they just leave. And that's how you miss so many opportunities. All right. So, this is why clarity creates demand. Clarity creates demand. You can see from the slide. So, you want to get to decide your professional identity. All right. So, how do we get to do this? First thing first, you need one primary skill. Okay, you need one primary skill. You need one primary skill. So a lot of people here are multi-skilled. I totally get it, right? And that's not a bad thing, right? You can write, you can design, you can manage pages, you can analyze data, you can do customer support, right? And because you worked hard to learn all of these things, you want to show everything, right? I believe that most of us are not on that table, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm seeing most of you. I'm already seeing you guys there. Most of us are on that table, right? So you see, your profile will now become a long list of skills. And the problem is that people don't remember those lists. They remember labels. Okay? Let me say that again. People don't remember those list of your multiple skills. They remember labels. So when you say too many things on your profile, right? You end up being remembered for nothing. Literally. When you say too many things on your profile, you end up being remembered for nothing. So instead of asking yourself, what else can I do? Ask yourself, what do I want to be hired for first? Okay. What do I want to be hired for first? Excuse me. So that one skill becomes your entry point. You get, so you can still offer other services, but clarity does what? It opens the door. You get, clarity opens the door. So remember, you want to get to figure out what is that one primary skill that I want to sell out. Do you understand? At this point in time. Number two, one clear audience. One clear audience. Now, this part is uncomfortable because it feels like you are excluding people. Somebody once told me that, oh, Precious, I know that I can literally help everybody in this entire world. Okay. Right. And I want to help them. But now you're telling me that I should help a specific kind of people. Don't you think that will be getting limiting me from the total number of people that I can actually work with, right? And when he asked me that question, I just smiled, right? And that's not the whole idea. So let me explain this to you now. You see, when your profile says that I help everyone, right? What people read is this. This is not specifically for me. Think about it, right? Now, think about your own behavior. Now, if you see a profile on LinkedIn that clearly speaks to your situation, I promise you, you definitely pause. You pause and you want to read more. You want to feel seen. Now, imagine this scenario now, right? And you go on LinkedIn, check out a particular profile, right? And this person says, "Oh, I think I'm a bit disconnected." Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Network is now trying to mess me up right now. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, awesome. So, okay. So what was I saying? Like, so now let me paint a picture for you. I want you to think about this now. So you see if you see a profile on LinkedIn that clearly speaks to your situation, right? You will definitely stop to actually check out what the person is about. You understand? I mean, now imagine if um I rebrand myself as a freelancer and I want to start working, I want to start helping freelancers. And I put it out there, right? Make, I help freelancers, right? Make their first $1,000. in the next 30 days or whatever amount of time. Now, you who has not been able to get that $1,000 in 30 days, wouldn't you want to check out my profile? Wouldn't you be very much interested in checking out my profile? Now, imagine if I was all about talking about multiple things. Do you understand? I was talking about multiple things. Now, let me even guide you guys. So, um, a lot of people would say that, okay, fine, I have so many skills and all that. So, how can I reframe it into one thing? And I'm going to tell you, you can work with having a one value proposition. Now let me use my agency for an instance. Now, at my agency, we do a lot of things. We do profile optimization, we do brand management, we do website designs, all of these things. But we have one value proposition in which all of these skills are contributing to helping us achieve that one value proposition for our clients. Do you understand? And that one value proposition that we're looking to give out to our clients is this: helping you gain attraction or build trust on your profile. Basically, as simple as that. Do you understand? So I'm not just saying that okay, I have this I'm a ghostwriter, I'm a content writer, right? I'm a social media manager, I'm a brand manager, I'm a strategist, all in one profile. I am not doing that, right? I'm not doing that at all. You get so when you get to see all these profiles that are speaking to one clear problem, right? You get to know that that is the power of specificity in play, in action, right? So, for instance, now, how will I put it? For instance, now, right? You can say if you see these two options now, if you see these two options, what example will I use? Okay, if you see these two options now, the first option says I help startups, which is very broad, right? Now, look at another option that says I help early stage SaaS founders improve. Okay, you think between the two options, do you understand? Which one do you think is much more specific? The second, definitely. All right. So that is the same person with the same skill but different demand, right? So when your audience is clear, the right people feel pulled towards you. Please, I want to be sure that I've not taken so much of our time already, because I'm not sure because that we have some other amazing coaches that would also want to give you guys awesome value. Anyways, let me try and be a bit fast, right? You pardon me. Time is up. Okay, let me just rush things up. Okay, let me just rush things up. So just give me the next 10 minutes. Let me round up. Okay. Okay. So the third one is, what problem do you solve? All right. Now this is where everything clicks. You see, most freelancers describe what they do, but they do not describe why it matters. Right? You hear people say stuff like, "I'm a video editor. I am a social media manager. I am a VA." Quite all right. Who really cares? But decision makers, they think in problems, right? As a video editor, right, what is the problem that your audience is facing? Might probably my content is not converting. All right. As a social media manager, what is the problem that your audience is facing? Might probably be your my brand doesn't look credible, right? As a VA, the problem might be I don't have time to manage. Do you understand? So if you change the whole if you change the shift, if you shift from just talking about what you do to addressing the problems that these people are facing, it will be much more easier for you to attract them. All right, so let's move quickly. Right, so now let's look at this. Your profile is a landing page, and I want to say this: think like a decision maker, right? Think like a decision maker, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let me ask you a very simple question, right? And I want you to just answer it within yourself. When was the last time you opened your own LinkedIn profile and looked at it like you were the one hiring yourself? And okay, let me rephrase that question now. Imagine if you are looking to hire someone for a role and you go on your LinkedIn, ask yourself a very sincere question. I want you to be very sincere with yourself. Will you hire yourself based on what you're seeing? Forget the fact that okay, you know that you're good with your skills and all that. I mean, based on the perception that you've been able to put on your profile, will you hire yourself? So that's a very big question. I know a lot of people will have funny answers and all that, anyways. But the reason why I said you should think like a decision maker is because decision makers don't read LinkedIn profiles like CVs. They read them like landing pages. right? They are not asking what certifications does this person have, what is this person very big, right? They're asking, can this person actually help me solve my problem? That is basically the question. So first, you want to get to answer what you do, right? Not in a vague way, but in a very clear and specific way. The second thing you want to do is you want to clearly identify who exactly you're looking to help, right? Because you see, people are always scanning for relevance. They want to know, is this person talking to someone like me? Is this person in my industry? Is this person for my stage? Do you understand? That is why so many generic profiles get ignored, right? It is not because they're actually bad, but it's because they don't feel personal. Now, the third thing you also want to put into consideration is, why should I trust you? Do you understand? That is the quiet question, right? So, from this point on, I want you to stop thinking about how do I make my profile look good and start thinking, how do I make my profile easy to say yes to? That is the mindset shift. Okay, so let's quickly move to the next slide before Mambulu come and snatches the mic away from me. So, let's look at your headline, right? So this is going to be pretty much practical, but I'm going to just brush through. I know you heard most of these things before, but let's just go. All right. So the headline that explains you instantly, the headline that explains you instantly. So you see, your first impression line. Do you understand? Your first impression line. You see, your headline is the most important um few words of your profile. Do you understand? Because before someone reads your about section, before they actually scroll, before they decide to check whether they want to connect with you, they see your headline. And most headline fail for one simple reason. They talk about the person and not the value. All right. So these are a couple of frameworks that you need to ensure. Do you understand? First things first, a very strong headline should have a clear rule. All right. You should have a clear rule. For example, social media manager, copywriter, blah, blah, blah. All of those things are actually roles. Okay. The second part of your headline, it should show the environment or industry. Do you understand? It should show the environment or industry, or you can basically call it out. Okay. You can actually put it this way. Okay. It should actually call out your target audience or your target market, the kind of people that you want to work with. Do you understand? That is number two. Number three is you now want to infuse tangible value. Do you get a hint at a result that you create? So this is what makes people lean into, oh, I love storytelling, right? But I help brands turn content into leads. I don't know if you get the whole idea. So when these three things are present in your headline, right? Role, environment, and result, your headline stops being a decoration, okay, and starts being a direction, right? So let's quickly brush through this. And then we have the about section. The about section that builds confidence. So what you want to do is you want to make it easy for people to believe you. All right. So a couple of things that you need to note when it comes to creating your about section is that number one is you want to show that you understand their problem. Do you understand? Please, you're not a thought leader, you're basically a problem solver. So that whole idea that you want to start talking about expert advice, you want to start talking about leadership roles and all of those plenty things, they're not really interested in that. They want to get to know that, okay, this person understands my problem. Do you understand? So your about section has one main job: to make someone feel confident that you understand their problem and you can help. Do you understand? So first thing first, show that you understand the problem. Secondly, explain how you help, right? Not in a technical way, but in a very simple and human way. Do you understand? The third thing you want to do is you want to reinforce with proof or context. Do you understand? Now, this doesn't mean that you want to be bragging throughout your about section, right? It can be an experience that you've gained. It can be, the types of projects that you've worked on. It can be the industries that you help. Do you understand? That is basically it. Do you understand? Your about section doesn't need any complicated information in it. Then obviously you can infuse a call to action, one specific call to action. Right. So this other one is the experience section that shows impact. Right. Now a lot of people really fail at this experience section. Oh my goodness, I think I'm basically talking like a robot right now. So a lot of people fail at this experience section, right? So you see, this section is where a lot of freelancers unintentionally undersell themselves because most people use experience section the same way they use it as CV. Do you understand? So this is a typical scenario they move with. They infuse their tasks, infuse responsibilities, and they infuse tools. Do you understand? But the whole idea is, you're not literally just coming to infuse all of these plenty things, right? You want to put out results over responsibilities. Any recruiter, they want to get to check your past experience. What they're looking for is what were the results that you contributed to this organization that you worked with. Do you understand? What was the change that you created, right? What outcomes, right? Outcomes people will remember you with. Do you understand? What did you do for them after you were done working with them? That is basically the whole idea. All right. So you need to reframe your experience section that way so that it will be easier for people to get the hang of what you're doing. All right. So this next one is I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I think this is the second to the last slide. Yes. So this next one is what's it called? Proof without noise. In other words, we say show workings. I'm a very big fan of showing workings, right? I show workings with all of my stuffs. You get, I don't just say, okay, I've done this before, and then there's literally no proof to see it. Do you understand? You need to show workings, right? Because one of the biggest way that people can actually trust your work is when they see the results that you've done in the past. And now these results can cut across not just your results, not just your client's results, rather, can also cut across your own results. You understand? You can use your results, do you understand, as a means of building credibility. Let people get to see that, this person is good. And they ask this question, oh, since he has been able to do it for himself, it simply means that he can replicate the same thing for my brand. That builds trust. Okay. So, where can you put most of these proofs? We have your featured links, we have your past works, we have screenshots of wins, we have external validation, can also mean like recommendation from people. Do you understand? Referrals. Do you understand? So those things are very, very important. You see, these things works because they are not coming from you, right? They're coming from people who you've worked with. I mean, the external validation, right? So, at that point, right, there is a reassurance that would definitely make people to reach out to you. All right. So, yes, so there's so much to all of these things, but this is just snippets to how you can basically build a profitable LinkedIn presence. Like I said, right, I don't have all the time because I'm basically on a hot seat waiting for Coach Bobby to come and teach us how to create amazing offers. Right. So thank you so much, guys, for the time. Oh my goodness, my network is now kicking me out. I believe Mambulu is she's responsible for this already. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
You can blame me for many things. Please don't blame me for Nigerian network. I'm begging you in the name of God. Do not blame me for Nigerian network. All right. Can you please celebrate Coach Precious with me? Once again, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Coach Precious, for this amazing lesson. Every time I listen to you talk, it is always something new to think about, something new to go back to. Thank you for always reinventing yourself. And like I've always said from when I met you on LinkedIn, what I always say is the world needs to keep watching out, keep looking out for Precious. Precious is going places. Keep it up. Well done. Thank you so much for all the value. And my topic, I don't know if you have a topic in comments, please drop it. My topic from this session is stop trying to attract, stop trying to get the jobs, instead become position, and from there you're able to then those things will naturally come to you instead of you trying to do, I beg to apply, please give me the job, please give me, just give me, pick me, that kind of thing. So thank you so much, Precious. I celebrate you. I know that if I leave you, you spend 2 hours and you would really want to explain and give the best. We really do want to give the best, but we also don't want everybody to go. So tonight, once again, please celebrate Coach Precious over with me. And that was the session on LinkedIn optimization. You can't get it better anywhere else. Let me say that to you. You cannot get it better anywhere else. All right. On this note, I'm going to be taking Coach Precious back into the studio, and I'm going to be bringing up another one of our amazing coaches. Okay, so tonight I want you to welcome. We already took his bio earlier, and this is somebody that is so special to us on the Freelance MBA, Coach Bobby Joachim. And we, for those that came in earlier, I'm sure that you saw the video intro. You know that this is a force. This is a force to always look out for. One thing that inspires us about Coach Bobby is that not only has he mastered the online space, right, offline is doing amazingly excellently well. So there's this rumor or there's this perception that people have that people that are online, they are noisemakers. It's because they did not make it offline, that's why they came online. But can I present to you a man that is heavy in stuff, both online and offline? Celebrate with me tonight, Coach Bobby Joachim, as it takes us on offers and pricing. Good evening, Coach Bobby.
Good day, Coach Bolu. Thank you so much for all that you do, and good day, everyone. So good to connect with you and to be here to share with you my thoughts. And I really, really do believe that you'll be inspired, you'll be transformed. Today is an exciting day. I just spent good time listening to Coach Precious, and I can tell you for free that what you just got was invaluable. It's something that you cannot stop participating in and listening to. One of the things that happens with a free session like this is the ability to discard truth that is shared. As a matter of fact, you may likely even think that you are not doing so well because you you hear the things that are being shared, but you may not take action. So for a second, I would like to encourage every one of you that is listening today to please pay close attention to the things that are being shared. And for a moment, close your eyes, and it is not free. And it's a bit kind of activity that I want you to engage in. That you should close your eyes, except if you're driving or you're commuting. And imagine that you just transferred $10,000 this moment. $10,000, not $5,000, but $10,000, and that you are able to connect the dot with $5,000, $10,000 that you just shared or you received, and that what you just got will literally bring you to the place where you can transform your life and treat this session in a different manner. So if you do that, I want to be sure that you've done that, and I want to be sure that that's what you are expecting to have today. So with that, let me quickly move on. My session today is on talking to you about from potential to profit, and it's how you should create an irresistible offer from existing skills or experiences. As a matter of fact, it's so easy to look down on what you have, what you have done in the past, and when you come to the online space, you will likely think that it's not relevant. But I like to say to you that it has a place. I like to say to you that it has a very strong place for you. So my session today is going to go through a five-step system, and I'm going to take you from skills to sales. Let me see that in the comment section. From skills to sales. I want to take you through that from skills to sales. And I want to ensure that you really get this. So the first thing is for you to look through the process of creating a product with proof, for you to gain attention, because it's very important. Remember what Coach Precious was talking about, that you can't be the best kept secret, all right? You can't be the best kept secret that you alone know you are good, but the world needs to know that you're good. Also, you need to learn to connect signals of interest, which is part of the things that Coach Precious spoke about, and I'll build on that. And then you need to learn how to convert sales, because sometimes you would come to a place where you have a skill, but you don't know how to convert sales. And of course, how do you present your offers? Very, very important. So, the step one is for you to create a product with proof. Now, when we say create a product with proof, it's easy for you to just say to yourself, well, I don't have any skill, I don't have anything that anyone can consider me for. But I like to say to you that you have something that is significant. And when we talk about you having a product, having a skill that can be converted, it simply means that you need to go through this thinking. Number one, you need to have a proof story. And what's a proof story? Every time we talk about the proof story, it's easy for you to just also say to yourself, there is nothing I can do, especially if you are ambivalent, especially if you are a multi potentialite, like we always talk about, right? It's easy for you to say to yourself that you don't have a proof story. But I beg to differ that you have a proof story. And how do you identify a proof story? You simply need to go back to the last 3 years, 5 years of your life. Write that down in your book, your notepad. Pay attention. You've paid $10,000 for this session, so pay attention, okay? And when you pay $10,000, you don't want to play around. And so you look back at the last 3 to 5 years of your life, and that proof story is a simple time in the last 3 to 5 years where you did something that you would consider special, something that was of interest to a certain kind of person. And that was a time that that stuff you did to that special person, whom we will now call an ICP, right? An ideal customer persona. You did something for them, you did something, and in this moment, you can now quantify the outcome. You can now give that outcome a name, and you can explain it step by step. Please pay attention. All right, you can literally give that a step by step outcome. So for tonight, I'm giving you a 5 step blueprint. I'm giving you a 5 step procedure for you to move from potential to profit, and for you to move from skills to sales. How do you do that? It's that you look back at your life. So probably you even have multiple proof stories, right? You have stories in the past that you've actually helped people before now, and it seems like that's more confusing. But hey, Coach Precious said something that I love, which is simply the fact that look through at least one primary proof story and start from there. If you start from that primary proof story, you recognize where you are. And this in itself is what helps you to define that the riches are in the niches. When we talk to people about niching down and nailing their niche and having a proof story of what they have done before now, they literally shoulder off. They literally think to themselves, oh, this is not possible. Oh, I have helped other people. I've helped multiple people. Why should I stay on one? Why should it be one thing alone that I should be doing? But pay attention. It is not complicated. It's simply for you to recognize that you have something that you have helped someone in the past. And if you've helped someone in the past, it simply means that there are more people in the present that you can literally help. Are we together? Oh, I clicked on um okay, let me bring my slide. So just a moment. So it literally means that there are people whom you can help in the present. Yes, we're back again. There are people whom you can help in the present day and present time that will literally follow through the stuff. So if you have that ICP of a person whom you've helped in the past, then you can now direct that energy to something else now. And that energy you want to direct is to help someone else to literally get a hold of what you can do for them right now. So how many of you are getting understanding now? First, it's not complicated, it's something. Can I see that you're getting an understanding? It's a proof story. It means you have done it before, and if you've done it before, you can replicate it again. And so you move quickly from that whole idea to building an intellectual property. So what is an intellectual property? It's simply the fact that it's that unique story, that unique proof that you have developed. It's your story because it carries your emotions, your procedures, your methodologies, your perspectives, your opinion. That's what makes and intellectual property. And now with that, you now move to a direction where you can put that into products. So you go from whom you've helped and you put it into a procedure. So that requires you to think carefully, and that requires you to pay attention to how did I help this person. And for some of you, it may have even been a happenstance, a chance, a coincidence that happened to bring you into that. And so you create that completely for the people that you want to help. And with that, you move on to having this whole idea of productization. So you don't start with a product, you start with reflection. You start with saying to yourself, who have I helped in the past? And what exactly can they benefit right now with me doing that? So let's move ahead. Because you have done this and you've done all of that, it simply means that you have brought all of this. Something special has happened to the people. You have step by step procedure that you have given to these people and that you can replicate it. This whole idea of what you have done is now relevant to a specific ICP. So you know what an ICP is, an ideal customer persona or profile. All right. Somebody is interested in it. Somebody's like, this is what I want. This is what I want right now. And then you can have a quantifiable outcome to say, oh, when you participate in XYZ, this is the outcome that you can get. That simple way is a strategy that you can use in changing the narrative. All right? You can change the whole narrative of your life with this simple step, first of all. But that's not just the goal. This is still step one. And it simply means that because this is step one, you have a lot more that you can see. So how many of you are following? Let me see that you can relate with what I'm saying to you. Let me see in the comment section. You're listening to this and this is already making sense. This shouldn't be hard for you. This shouldn't be something complex. And let me chip in a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was teaching a lot of communication skills, all right? Teaching a lot of communication skills. And how did that happen? That's simply because of the fact that I can communicate. I helped people like my wife to in their master's presentations when she was defending and making a presentation on masters. I helped a couple of people, and whenever I speak, people love the way I can communicate, just like you would love the way I'm communicating right now. And that simple scenario led me to develop a communication skills masterclass. And with a communication skills masterclass, I was able to help other people who wanted to learn how to communicate because something special had happened with the people or one or two people that I helped. So in the first scenario was my wife, and she wanted to do her presentation for her master's, her thesis presentation, and all of those moments she needed someone to just put her through to build confidence in her. That in itself was what made me understand that there are more people who wanted confidence, and I created a framework of communication psychology, accent reduction, because that's one of the things people don't feel comfortable with when they are communicating. Once their accent is distracting and they're not able to speak, it becomes something that limits their esteem and doesn't boost confidence. So I could define all of that whole framework, explaining it step by step to people, and then I found people who wanted that, who literally wanted that also in their lives. All right. So with that, I moved on. So if you also you are here, you have a story, you have steps, you have perspective, you have your emotional slant on things that you have done. Now with that in productization, you now need to think about two areas. In creating the product, you're creating the product for prospect and you're creating the core offering. And in creating the product for prospect, you would likely even think to yourself, for an instance, that it's not important. But the product for prospect is something that you need to have for your brand. But hey, if this sounds a bit Herculean to you, don't worry, don't worry. Trust me, you will get this gradually as we move on. All right. So when you put this whole product and you put the product for prospect, and then you have the product as well for the core offering, the product for prospect are people who want to learn from you. And this whole idea of people who want to learn from you, they want to learn how can they replicate this same thing that has happened for you or that you did for one person. And this is what makes you know that if one person has ever bought your product, then more people can buy your product. Let me see someone correspond, affirm that if one person has bought your product, then many other people can buy your product. All right. And because you have that whole stuff detailed out, this is what happens. When you have a product for prospects, what it simply means is that people are not eager. They want to learn your proof story. They want to learn from you. They want to learn what's that special stuff that has happened for other people. They now recognize is relevant to them. And you see, you can deliver the product for prospects through a webinar, an online assessment, an online mini course. So one of the things we are doing right now in the Freelance MBA is to give you a webinar as such as this. What it simply implies is that we have done this for some people. We have the step-by-step blueprint that we have identified that brings people to earn their first $1,000 to stand out. And that's why the combination of all the courses that we have gathered together and the programs we have gathered together, they are all curated to drive you towards the objective of a special outcome that we have delivered for other people. And because we have seen people who want to replicate this, that's why you're likely here. You want to work from anywhere and you want to earn globally. So that thing that we have done for other people now becomes the pool that we have brought here. So this whole webinar is now a product for people like you who are prospects, people who want to go further, people who want to replicate this whole story. How many of you can relate with what I'm sharing right now? Right? You can connect that it's making sense. So in this webinar, we are now bringing you up to speed to let you know that, hey, this is possible. People have experienced this. You too, you can experience that. All right. So moving on as fast as possible. All right. I have 15 more minutes. I'm timing myself. I'm timing myself because I want to stay around. So if you have a core offering, the core offering is simply this is where they get the stuff delivered. So if you respond to this webinar and you feel like all the things, by the way, why shouldn't you accept our offer? It's simply the fact that if you feel like this whole webinar speaks to you, you want to work from anywhere, you want to earn from anywhere, it simply means that we have created now a software consulting physical product agency. That means it's been done for you. Where the whole idea of a core offering is how do we get this delivered to you? But the product is how do you come in to learn the things that we have given to other people to have an outcome. Likewise, you can also move ahead. So in the productization asset, what it simply means for you in this instance is that for the product for prospect, what you need is a landing page. Follow through. What you need is a landing page, and that landing page simply just tells people what they need to do to learn. The core offering will have kind of a brochure, a flyer, a slide deck. So yesterday, if you were in our call yesterday, Coach Bolu was showing you the three tiers, the three levels of the core offering of the freelance MBA. How many of you can relate? All right. And that's where the detail is of how much it will cost, what you would get, the benefits, the expectations, etc. How many of you were there yesterday and you could see that in place? So what we are sharing with you are the things, right? What we are sharing with you are the things that we have put into practice and we've seen it happen completely. So remember, you have a proof story, and then from a proof story, you move to developing an intellectual property. From an intellectual property, you now come to productization. And productization has two tiers under it, or two layers under it. We have the product for prospect, and we have the core offering. How many of you have followed so far? Just follow this blueprint. That's step one completely. That's how step one happens. And if you get step one completely, you have already defined how things will happen for you. Right? So when you come to talk about offers, you would see how easy it is for you. You can even jump from here and develop your own offer from here. Simply, who have you helped in the past? What outcome did they get? Can you outline the steps you give to them to make it happen, to transform their lives? Probably you're talking to people who are financial experts. You've helped people to come out of debt. You've helped people to use AI to transform their business. Do you understand? How did you use that? What procedure, what steps, what blueprints, what frameworks can you give to the people for them to use? And then you move into intellectual property. So freelance MBA becomes an intellectual property that we have developed because we are responding to a need, and we have helped one person, but beyond one person, we've helped over 100 people. We've had over 3,000 people sign up for our free trainings all through 2025. When you have done step one, you need to move to step two. Step two is the place where you need to get attention. Because if you're not getting attention, then you don't have a business. You don't have something to sell to people. You need to get attention. I know you are humble. I know that you're a person, probably a person of faith. And because you're a person of faith, you're telling yourself, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to stay calm. God is going to reveal me. People would know me when it is time. I don't need to blow my trumpet. I tell you right now, you need three things. And I got this from a guy called Daniel. And he says that you've got to be noticed, you've got to be known, and you've got to be rated. Let me say that again. You've got to be noticed. People have got to notice you. Don't be humble. And guess what? People will not notice you for the first time. They will have to notice you for the 11th time before they can know that you exist. It means that you've got to do something differently. In people noticing you, you've got to have a strategy that is unique, a strategy that compels, an offer that brings them in. Because when people notice you, they are able to clock you that you exist. They're able to recognize that you exist. They are now getting to know you and they're now getting to rate you. And research has shown that people don't notice you for the first time. The first day you make a post on social media, that's not the first time people will get to know you. Don't deceive yourself. People will not know you for the first time that you announced yourself. They will not notice you, right? That's not the way they will notice you. They will only notice you for the 11th time. And there's a procedure called the 7-4-11 architecture. Please take note as much as you can. And the whole idea of this is to bring you into the whole idea is to make you understand how this works. It's not complexity, it's to give you a sense of understanding. Um, if any of you took offer and pricing in the whole cohort for 2025, I'd like to announce to you that the whole module has been changed. All right, we've revamped everything and we're bringing real-time practical case studies, world-class scenarios to help you understand how this is done. So the 7-4-11 architecture, somebody should write 7-4-11, 7-4-11. Write it in the comment section. Time is running. So the 7-4-11 architecture simply says that for the 7, people need to spend between 2 to 7 hours with you to get to know you. If they don't spend 7 to if they don't get to spend 2 to 7 hours with you, they don't know you exist. And how do you do that? Through the content you share. You can be on a platform such as LinkedIn, Facebook, or whatever it is. If people are not spending 2 to 7 hours with you, it means that you need to develop different kinds of content, long form content. You need to do workshops, YouTube videos, LinkedIn posts, live recording, etc., or any form of long form content that people can use to know you. So they need to spend 2 to 7 hours to notice you. That's how difficult this can be. So, what does 11 stand for? Time seems to be flying so fast. How come? What does 11 stand for? All right. The 11 stands for they need to see you at least 11 times. 11 times for them to notice you. So, 7 times to engage with your content. All right. 7 hours to engage with your content. 4 hours on different, not 4 hours, 4 different platforms. So probably on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Restream, any of those kind of stuff. But again, this is very sensitive that you don't need to be on multiple platforms. So that's to answer somebody. You don't need to be on multiple platforms, but if you've chosen one platform, which I would advise you to be, it means that on that platform, you must be seen at least 2 to 7 hours. You can't skip, you can't escape. And for at least 11 times before people can know that you exist. Moving on. It simply means that if you've done these three things, this brings you to a place where you can now have what we call the signals of interest, which is the step 3. So step 1 is the proof story. Step 2 is to bring you to a place where you have confidence in sharing the things that you are sharing. All right. And then step 3 is to bring you now into signals of interest. So what is signals of interest? Signals of interest are simply tokens by which people can use in rating you. You know, I've told you about noticing you, knowing you, and then rating you. So people rate you by association. Please don't forget that. People know you through your content. They notice you with your consistency, and they rate you through your association. Let me say this again. People notice you or know you through your content, they notice you through your consistency, and then they rate you through your association. I think somebody should write that. If that's what you just even get in this session, you should literally just jump, 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 jump. Do you understand? They know you through your content, they notice you through your consistency, and then they rate you through your association. And the signals of interest are simply tokens that you need to put in place that helps people to really know that they're interested in what you're offering. So you have a product, you have a service, you have something that you have helped other people to achieve in the past, and then now you are coming to the point where you are attracting attention. You need people to actually indicate interest. And the only way that will happen is for you to have something like a landing page, a form, an assessment, something that people should have. And when they have that, they should be able to use that to know you. And signals of interest start with you having a landing page. You don't need to bug your head if you don't have a landing page. There are simple things that you can use in doing. There are almost opportunities to have a landing page. You don't need to even have a website. Your place of hosting your offers can even be a landing page. Your LinkedIn is almost like a landing page. And that's why when Coach Precious was talking, I was excited because he was talking about your about session. It's the signal of interest that people use in knowing whether they want to work with you. And every landing page, whether it's on a website or on your social media platform, needs to have four key elements. Number one, it needs to have a hook. Right, somebody write hook, hook, hook. It needs to have a hook. Am I speaking so fast because I seem to be racing and I'm timing myself over here? All right, it must have a hook. And if it has a hook, what it simply means is that with that hook, you are able to hook them. That's literally what it means. And every hook must have two areas or two things attached to it. Number one, a hook must have either a frustration or a readiness. When you come to the offer class, we will show you what a hook means. Frustration means the things that they are struggling with. Readiness means what they want to get. All right. And then for your landing page, you remember you have value proposition. And value proposition simply says, I can solve this problem or I can improve your life. These are the benefits you will get. I can do it faster, cheaper, and better for you. And then you need to have the credibility because if somebody is hooked on what you're about to give to them and then you have a value proposition, then you need to have credibility because the next question is, why should I trust you? Who have you helped in the past? And why should I even give and exchange my money with you for you to take me into the place of profiting and benefit as well? So you need to share credibility. And even if you don't have credibility like validation or credential or certification, you can even rely on research. All right, you can rely on research that says, okay, there's a research that's done that XYZ people have XYZ issues, and that in itself can put a credibility to what you're offering. And then you must have a call to action. A call to action. You must have a call to action. So how do you collect signals of interest? You must have a waiting list, a form, an assessment. You must develop live webinars, and you must also have discussion groups because all of these things are lead generation for you. And because you generate leads, you can solve any problem in business. Whew, that feels like a mouthful here. 2 more minutes to go, and I have two steps to give to you. Should I stop? Let me see in the comment section. 2 more minutes, and I'm stopping. Or should I greet you goodbye, 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 goodbye? But you say no and you're not inviting your friends. Why are you saying no and you didn't invite your friends? You've got to invite your loved ones, everyone you know, to be part of this. All right. So this is how to collect signals. And let me jump ahead of myself. Only one person has said no. All right. So let me say this to you. And this is one of my stuff that I love. All right. The whole idea of business principle in generating leads and giving signals of interest, you have a hook, you have value proposition, you've done this for people before, you are relying on background or story or research. You must realize that you give your best information for free, but you must sell the implementation. If there's anything I want to say to you, if in fact, if this is where I cap it up, this is good for you. You must learn to give your best information for free, but the implementation must be sold. That's how you move from potential to profit. And it's in selling that implementation, that's where you have an offer to people. All right? Did somebody catch that? Did somebody catch that? Give your best information for free, but always sell the implementation. Give your best information for free, but sell the implementation. You can't give the information for free and sell and give the implementation for free. No, you will never move beyond potential. It means you would stay on that leverage of always staying there, and you'll be giving information. You'll be tired every day. You'll be posting. You'll be tired. That's because you are giving your best information, but you're also adding the implementation. Give the information for free, but sell the implementation. Never forget that. This is the principle I work with. I give you the information for free, but the implementation is hard. So you can think you know how to develop a landing page, for instance, because I've told you about the hook. I gave you all of it. I showed you the hook, value proposition, credibility, and the call to action. You can see that, but honestly, how many of you have tried before to watch on YouTube how to bake a cake, for instance? You watch on YouTube, you watch something on YouTube, you discover that no matter how detailed it was, and they are showing you the information and they're trying to tell you how to implement it, you will get stuck. You will literally not hit, and that may not even be that the person meant for you to get stuck. You will discover that you get to the point where you are at the place where, as you want to implement, you get to that point where it's just like, oh, I didn't know that it was 2 tablespoons. Tablespoon of sugar I should put, and you just put in five spoons. Probably the person's spoon was even different. As simple as it is, it's just different that the spoon the person was going to use, you did not capture that. You didn't know, and the person just felt and assumed that everybody knew. So they gave you the best information for free, but the implementation was held back. And that's one of the things you must master. You must learn to keep to yourself. So step 4 is where you come into sales conversation and conversions, and you must realize that people buy your offer for only 3 reasons: for logic, because it makes sense to them; for emotions, because they probably like you, they love you, they have connected with you, they have bonded with you; or for urgency. And you must recognize that sales is the lifeblood of any business. For you to make sales, collect signals. That means for you to make sales, you must have a waiting list, a form, an assessment, a live webinar like we are having right now. So please, all the things we are showing you is what we are doing. All right, logic, emotions, and urgency. That's why people will literally buy from you. And then step 5 is that you present your offer to the people who have heard your story, you've gotten attention from, whom you've come to the point to also recognize that they are now in your signals of interest. And for them to also be in your signals of interest, they have also come to be hooked upon the things that you're offering them. They now understand that you're the person that they need in their life. You're not ready to sell to them. So how do you sell to them? You present your offers. You present your offers through coaching, consulting. You present your offers through events, physical and digital, right? Of course. And then you have events. You can have a physical event. You can have a digital or virtual event, like we're having a virtual event. You can develop digital product, courses, templates, ebooks. You can also come to the point where you have software and apps. And for someone like me, who is an AI strategist, I can develop an app in less than 10 minutes, like an app solution, right? A SaaS product, mobile, white label. It may be that I didn't develop the product or the software, but I got someone who sold the product to me and I white label it, and I can have niche based solutions. All right. Then I can have done for you services as well. I can have education on social media. I can develop workshops. I can do a brand training, public speaking. I can also know that in my industry that I've developed, that I have a story around, there are people who have products, and I can choose to have a product affiliate marketing with them. I can build communities. I can leverage membership opportunities. People can be members of my communities. I can develop challenges, right? For instance, I can say 7-day AI mastery challenge, for instance, all right, or potential to profit challenge, or saving everyday challenge kind of stuff. And then I can have competition, prizes, rewards, and of course newsletters. It's at this point that I like to stop. I've given you the 5 steps, all right? I've given you the 5 steps, and I want that to be in your heart completely. This is gold, and this is what you need to run along your life. This is like what we need. So I've given you the 5 step, and that 5 step is simply what you need. You need to keep this 5 step in mind and use it to move from potential to profit. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Coach Bolu.
Okay, so I'm here. You know, when you've gotten a lot of value or when you've eaten a lot, there's a way that you cannot move. I feel like I've eaten and I'm full. Can I get some witnesses in the chat? In the chat, somebody said, made a statement. Person said this session is so deep, and that's exactly how I feel. It's so deep, it's so detailed, straight to the point, and it is everything that a beginner needs to know about offer creation. If you're with us and you're like, oh my god, what did I get into? Let's see your comments in the chat box. Well, while people are commenting, I just want to say a very big thank you once again to you, Coach Bobby. We celebrate you. We are grateful. I just want to say thank you for always being there when we call. Thank you for every single time. We just want to say a big thank you to you once again. Coach Bobby is still in the house, right? We've got our coaches in the house and they're going to be answering questions later on. But right now, I'm going to bring the final speaker for tonight up on stage. All right. So if you're welcome with me, she's a queen. Somebody type in the comment section, type queen. She is indeed a queen. So celebrate with me. On the Freelance MBA, we call her the queen of engagement and strategy. Right, so the queen of engagement and strategy. And tonight, Dr. Ishioma Elora Ona is going to be taking us on a session, and this session is titled from engagement to sales. So if you look at it, we've had a flow since yesterday. We had some people that came in that did not even know their left from their right when it comes to earning online, right? So what we did was we helped you find clarity. We gave you the steps. What can I sell, right? Do I even have anything anybody wants to buy from me? We gave you examples of things that you can immediately begin to sell. And after that, we then went into a platform, which is Upwork, where you can literally put your skill and then begin to attract clients. From Upwork, we moved into business systems for professionals that might not even have the time to, be selling every day, but you can build systems that will be earning you money while you are doing your work or other things that are important to you. Now, today, we started with another platform, LinkedIn, where you can begin to attract clients and you can begin to earn money globally. Secondly, we've taught you how to create your offer. Now, imagine that your offer is ready. You already have something to sell. Maybe it's a digital product, a book, it's a challenge. Maybe you've even tried before and it did not work. Right now, somebody that I know, and see, Dr. Ish is not somebody that will come and teach you theory. This is something that she has lived herself. We have seen Dr. Ish get results. Let me make you laugh. So Dr. Ish, of course, she's been making her money from LinkedIn, from offline, and from running her own personal businesses. Then when she came on the Freelance MBA as a faculty, she saw that we were teaching Upwork, and she said, "Oh, you know what? Let me come and try this Upwork." Dr. Ish attracted a $15,000 gig like within 1 week of setting up her Upwork account. 1 week of setting up Upwork account, Dr. Ish attracted a $15,000 gig. That is what I'm talking about. So celebrate with me this evening the amazing, multiple award winning, in fact, multiples award winning, double masters. She's a doctor, like the doctor is not for decoration. Dr. Ishoma Elora Ona. Celebrate you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Yay! Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm sure everybody has had like a very full day. I am so on. It's always a pleasure to have the opportunity to share my experience, the knowledge I have gained, and of course, just as I'm sure every other person is trying to achieve here, money, ego, kudi, owo is the goal, right? And as freelancers, whether you are doing freelancing as a side hustle or whether freelancing is your main source of income, you must learn, it is critical to learn how to engage when it comes to sales. So the way sales works, you have to understand that there is a process, there are rules you have to follow. But once you are able to get the basics right, deals start coming in. In my thank you so much. I celebrate you too. So for just a bit of an introduction for those who probably are meeting me for the first time, I'm also known, good evening, I'm also known as the engagement queen, and not just because of theory. As Coach B said, I like to be very practical when I am teaching things, and as much as possible, give stories, examples, good evening, as to how you can achieve these goals. And basically, over my, I would say, almost 25-year career in the corporate space, I have engaged to a point where, just the same way Coach Precious started, I have been attracting opportunities. Just like he rightly said, it's not about chasing opportunities. You also have to attract opportunities. But of course, Rome was not built in a day. There are stages to this, and you just have to take it one day at a time. So I don't want to take too much time. It's already past 9, and I'm sure quite a number of you will already be tired. So I'll try and crunch this in as much as possible. I don't know if the slides will be made available, but please try and pay attention and follow as much as you can. All right. So let's hit the ground running. Is there a way to expand the slides, please? Will it obstruct the screen? Please bear with me. My devices are so tired. They have been working round the clock, so um, I need someone else to help me project. Yes, thank you. So the real problem, first of all, like when you're writing a project, for those of us that have done it's not even just about masters. Like, even if you are an undergraduate, at least you've attended university, remember that when you're writing your project, the first thing you are required to do is to always talk about the statement of problem. What exactly is the problem? You have to be problem aware. Of course, we have people that are problem aware and people that are not problem aware. That is problem unaware. People that know that this is my problem, people that don't even know they have a problem. Now, the real problem we are trying to address here, because there's so many aspects to sales, but the problem we're trying to address here is why engagement isn't paying your bills. When you hear the word engagement, what comes to mind is, I drop a post on LinkedIn, or I dropped a post on what do they call it now? Instagram, TikTok. People, I drop a post, people drop comments, I respond to their comment, and maybe that's engagement. Or other top creators drop a post, me too, I'll go and drop some level of communication with them. That's engagement, right? There are different levels to engagement. There's the aspect where you are engaging with people on your own content, and there's the aspect where you are engaging with other creators on their own content. Now, the way someone who is already very well known will engage is different from the way you, as a beginner or mid-class, is that, I mean, that's subjective. It's left to you to define which category you belong to, will engage. But I don't want to stretch this too much so you don't get confused. But just to follow what is on the slide today, your question is, why is it that my engagement is not paying my bills? For instance, using myself as an example, I have been on LinkedIn this year, making it 15 years. My profile is so old. I'm sure I deserve an award of some sort. If LinkedIn is doing long service year award, I think I'm due for that. You know, in some companies they do long service award, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. If it's for LinkedIn, I should have gotten an award by now, right? However, my profile didn't start working for me or didn't start earning for me up until, I think it was 2024. My profile started earning for me. And my first deals that I started closing were in Naira, and later I upscaled to dollars. So currently I get paid in dollars. However, clients that cannot pay in dollars, they pay me the naira equivalent. But that is story for another day. But this is just me telling you that if you have the mindset that this LinkedIn is not working, let me tell you now that LinkedIn works. So the first thing you need to do is to have a mindset change. No matter what any coach here tells you, I'm sure at the end of the day, when you are going through what each of us have said, you find out that there's similarity in what Coach Precious said, similarity in what Coach B said, and similarity in what Coach Bobby said, and some similarities in what I said. And we are like four separate individuals, but yet using the same platform. And this platform basically is to enable you, or let me not use the word enable, to empower you to be able to earn sensible money, and not just earn, to earn consistently. There are categories of people on social media, let me use the word social media now to generalize everything, that will earn maybe January, they'll earn some money, February, March, April, they will not see any shishi at all. So, but what we're trying to achieve here is for you to improve on your earning capacity, or to start your journey on your earning capacity. Some of you may have been earning already, but you want to earn more or more consistently, and while some may have not even earned anything at all. So what I'm trying to tell you now is that part of the reasons why engagement is not paying your bills is because you are not focused as to what exactly is the true measure of achievement. Sorry, just a minute. Now, I had one of my students call me up one day. I think it was 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., wailing and crying on the phone. In fact, I thought maybe a family member had died because the tears was so much. And I had to allow her calm down, and I said, why are you crying like this? What's going on? What's happening? Why are you wailing? And she said, Dr. Ish, hey, last week, you need to see my impressions. My post was bringing me 1,000 likes, 300 likes, 400 likes. You know, as she was talking, we're on the phone. She couldn't see me. I just put my hand like this and put it on speaker for her to continue talking, because, you know, already my mind had caught that maybe something terrible had happened. She said, even the comments self, you know. So I said, okay, that's fine. Before we continue this conversation, can I please go? Just give me some time. Let me call the call. Let me go and take a look at your post for the past 1 week. I want to see what the problem is or are, because at some point she said her profile, her impressions dropped, her likes dropped, comments reduced, her post is not going viral. I already knew where I was heading to, but I just needed to be sure of what I was saying. So I took a look, and true to, you know, to form, she had 1,000 likes. Now, please don't get me wrong. I am not saying 1,000 likes, 400 likes, 200 likes is not good, but don't let that to be your, what we call in HR, your KPI. That is your key performance indices. Don't let it be the measure you used to know if you are doing well or not. The measure you used to know if you are doing well or not is your bank account. If your the deals you are closing are not increasing, if your pricing and your offers and your inbound leads and your outbound leads are not increasing, there is a problem. Not your likes reducing, or your comments reducing, or your being viral reducing. Please don't get it twisted. I'm not saying being viral or having likes is not good, but you must understand your key performance indices are am I getting conversion, not conversation. Conversation is different from conversion. Am I getting conversion? Are my posts, now, for those that don't know what we mean by inbound leads and outbound leads, leads automatically are people that are interested in the offers you have to sell. Inbound leads are leads you get from your posts. Just to simplify it, people, I read your post, I like what I see, and I decide to come into your DM to have a conversation with you and say I'm interested. That is an inbound lead. However, outbound leads are when you go into people's DMs to start selling yourself in the DMs. But that is a totally different discussion, inbound leads and outbound leads. But this is just to let you have an idea of the basics. So if you have 1,000 likes, it does not mean people trust you. You may just be a motivational speaker, right? Next slide. Now, remember I spoke about a mindset shift. Social media is not for posting. It is for position. Same thing Coach Precious said. People don't buy your content. They buy you. They buy you. They buy the sense of you. They buy the perception of you. Your clarity, how you explain yourself, how confident. I tell people that converting video posts, conversion on video is even easier than text, which is on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn as an example. So it's a lot of work. All right. Now, people want to know how clear your content has to be clear. Your content has to show you as an authority in your field. Don't worry, we are getting to the sales part, right? And your content has to show that you are competent. Now, competence also comes from experience. Experience of what do you know how to do? And not just what you know how to do, what do you know how to do well? You're a public speaker, how well do you know how to do it? You are a salesman or saleswoman, how well are you good in this area? You are an engineer, you are a VA, you are whatever it is you position yourself to be. It must speak well. Now, if you look at today's classes, it started from your LinkedIn profile and positioning. Now, this clarity and confidence and competence must also show in your profile. So your social media account it makes you into a digital salesperson, and it is working for you 24/7, whether you are awake or whether you are sleeping. Now, let me also tell you something. Just the same way Coach Precious said about HR people, founders, and all that, looking for who to help them solve a problem, because ideally, your product, your offer, or whatever it is you're selling has to solve a problem. Now, some of you may be able to solve many problems. You know those drugs they sell inside Danfo or inside Molue. For those of you that were already born at the time of Molue, some people don't even know what Molue is now. I'm sure as I'm saying Molue, some people are like, "What's that? What's that?" You know. But for those of us that were already alive during the time of Molue, when you enter inside Molue and you see somebody selling what they call Bobo Niche. Bobo Niche is all those medicine that can heal typhoid fever, that can heal STDs, that can heal malaria, that can heal HIV. You will see them say, I think a few of them still do stuff like that in some really very busy areas. That is not what you should be. You cannot be a jack of all trades. You must master one thing first. And your social media account doing that work for you must consistently let people know that this is what you are about. That is the first shift. Next slide, please. Now, how does sales itself actually happen? There are 4 stages. The visibility stage, where people notice you. The credibility stage, where people respect you. The trust stage, where people believe you. And 4th is the conversion stage, where people actually buy from you. Because sales is a process. There's nothing like I posted today and sales started coming in like fire. No, there's a process, there's a time to it. For instance, when I first of all started my storytelling classes, for those of you that know, I first of all, at some point, my headline spoke strongly to storytelling, but now it's more of business storytelling, because I found out that people like to hear gist a lot, but the gist was not exactly converting into money for me. And I decided to reposition more to premium clients. Anyways, now there is a saying for sales. There's what we call the KLT factor. Before anybody buys from you, they must know you, they must like you, and they must trust you. There is no way anybody will buy anything from you if they don't trust you. Now, why is trust needed? Because the trust is they need to know you can deliver on the promises you have said you can do. If you say, oh, as a VA or as an EA, once I take up your account or take up this position, you will never have a sleepless night again. So they have to trust you to the level that once Ishoma takes up my account, I'm not going to worry about who is attending to my emails or who's attending to my calls or my personal message and whatever else a VA or EA is required to do. So that is where trust in. Visibility basically speaks to how people see you. Now, you cannot be visible if you are not consistent. See, all these things follow before sales come in. Do you know that a good number of people who actually want your services may never engage your content? I don't know if anybody has experienced that there, but my biggest clients have never liked my posts. If you've experienced it, please drop that in the comment section. My biggest clients have never liked my content. I've never, in fact, I was so obsessed one period. I went to a lot of posts to go and check who was liking, who was not liking. I didn't see any of them there. So apparently, they have been monitoring me for a period of time. Now, that period of time is your visibility period. Yes, I understand that there are times people like me, for like the past 5 months, I have been going on LinkedIn sabbatical up and down because part of a lot of things I'm doing back end have been suffering. So I just needed to focus on them and set them up, right? So visibility can only happen when you are consistent. So I won't overflog that because I'm sure you already know this. Please, the next slide. Yes. So stop trying to speak to everyone. One clear audience beats 10 vague ones. Your content should attract and repel. I'm sure you're going to wonder, why is she saying attract and repel? Attract is to call, repel is to push away. Now, repel is to push time wasters. Repel is to push the people that are not ready. Now, there's something in sales we call prospecting and lead generation. They are two very different terms, but people usually mistake one for the other. Now, when you are prospecting, or when a prospect approaches you, now, most times a prospect is somebody that may have an interest in what you have to sell, right? But then they may not necessarily be ready. Now, we also have categories of leads that may not be ready for your product at the time. So you have what we call the qualified leads and the unqualified leads. I don't want to talk too much about prospecting because here we are trying to look for how things that will make us go forward, right? So prospecting basically is you going to look for the clients. Leads are the ones that are eventually interested or show some level of interest. Qualified leads are people that can afford your product and are also interested in your product. Leads that are not qualified may be interested in your product but don't have the financial capacity to afford your products. Okay, so your content should attract people that not only need your solution but can also afford your solution. It should repel those that are not ready. So that's why if you see places like Instagram, I've had clients on Instagram who say, oh, when I'm advertising my products, I'm not going to put the amount of the product there. I said, no, you are wasting your time, because if you don't put the amount of products there, you are going to have all sorts of people coming into your DM asking you for price, and you're going to be hearing, oh, sorry, it's too expensive for me. I can't you give me 5,000 naira last? But when you put the price, it will repel those that cannot afford the product at all. So you know at that point, anybody coming into your DM is already has a certain mindset of exactly what you have to offer and what your pricing is, so you don't waste your time. So if your audience is everyone, then your buyer is no one. Next slide. Now, why should anyone listen to you based on credibility? So it's easy for me now because it's not easy for everyone. So for me, because I've had a longer career experience, I can go to places and first of all, oppress and intimidate people by saying, "Oh, I worked in a bank for almost 19 years. I left at a mid-level executive position. And from there, I moved on to investment immigration, where I left as a regional manager for the entire southern region of Nigeria, and it's also a globally recognized company. I was paid my salaries in USD, and I'm currently the head of learning and development in a globally recognized outsourcing firm, and blah 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 and blah. Now, by the time I'm speaking all this my English and I'm saying, oh, I have this number of masters, PhD, this one, that one, that one, the people that I'm introducing myself to are already shaking. Can we afford this woman? That kind of a thing. So what I'm doing at that time is showcasing a bit of my portfolio, and that comes to mind. Please, in sales, you should have a portfolio. See, for those of you that don't have portfolio, are not ready to sell market, please, I don't know if any of the coaches have spoken about this. If you are looking to sell yourself, you must have a portfolio showing your achievements, projects done, things you have done, clients you have served, not necessarily their names and their whole biodata, but evidence showing what you have done, because this is part of the things you are going to add to your credibility. Now, credibility is built when you teach what you know, show how you work, which is what we call show your workings. Then you share lessons from experience. I was in an interview session a few days back. I was interviewing somebody for our organization as a team lead in one of the departments. And I was asking him that, so now you have praised yourself here, there. So share your failures with me. And he looked at me as if I was a mad woman, because I was not the only panel judge on the panel, in the panel session, interview session. He was looking at me like someone that wanted to pour sansan in his gari. I mean, normally when you go for an interview session, you want to present yourself as the perfect person for the job, right? But my question threw him off balance when I said, share with us one major failure or one of your failures. Now, the importance of this is that, one, apart from it showing that you are human, it also shows that you have seen the good, bad, and ugly. Now, what failure also does is that if you have clients who you are serving and you are seeing a repeat pattern of that failure trying to come and stare you in the face, you already have a solution for that particular problem. Now, when you are also selling yourself, when you are selling engagement, when you're engaging clients either in the DM or in the comment section, one of the best things to do is to share from experience. Say, for instance, somebody drops a post about maybe you are a health and wellness expert, and somebody shares a post on an ailment or illness or something. One of the good ways of sharing your credibility is to share from experience. For instance, you can just say something as simple as, oh, 6 months ago, I had a client. You are positioning yourself. This is also part of the visibility strategy. Oh, I had a client who I served 6 months ago, and of course, I did not say you should go and mention your client's name on that kind of thing. But you're not to also divert entirely the whole scenario, right? But you are sharing that you've had a client who did this, who faced this problem, who faced that problem, and this was the solution you were able to give. It's stylishly selling yourself. Now, one other thing you need to be careful of is that some people may not be happy with you selling yourself on the comment section of their content. So you have to use a bit of wisdom, and there's a style technique to it, but that is not for this class, right? Another way of credibility, as I've previously said, is providing proof, not hype. I see so many people on LinkedIn, and please forgive me for the shade. Forgive me. I'm a very blunt person. I see so many people on LinkedIn hyping, I got this, I got that. Show the working, show the evidence, right? Unless you feel it's a security issue to your life. For instance, there was a time I got paid $8,000. So I was thinking, should I do a screenshot of my credit alert and put on LinkedIn So, people believe actually what I said. At that time, I said, no, it's a security risk because not everybody reading. Of course, you have family and friends, the ones that have been taxing you for money and all that, and you refuse to respond to them, they'll come for your neck. But of course, you understand what I'm trying to say. Proof is what sells you and not hype. Because some of us that use I would say some of us that also use ChatGPT to write, if you're not careful, ChatGPT will also put you in trouble. It will start creating scenarios that never happened and never existed, and you, because you want to sell yourself, you'll be so happy to paste it, and then the next question you may get in your DM is, oh, I saw your post on so and so, can you show us evidence of, and then you're in trouble, right? So aside that, expertise shown beats expertise claimed. Don't join the hypes. Forget the 1,000 likes and all that. Keep speaking up. In fact, some of my best deals, I had less than 100 reactions to it, right? But that's not to say you should not aim for having more. Next slide, please. Trust, I've already mentioned it. KLT factor. Before anybody buys anything from you, they need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you. And for trust to come, you have to be consistent. I'm not going to overflog that. And the more people see you online, they build trust to know, yes, at so and so time, at so and so day, Ishama will show up, or Precious will show up, or Coach Bobby will show up. That is what, because let me tell you, so many people are scared of being scammed. So many people are scared of losing their money. So you have to also understand that a good majority of people who would have probably approached you are trying to see if they can trust you with their money. I've had so many people that said, oh, I paid this coach, I paid that coach, I paid this coach, and I didn't get what they said they were going to do. So you also don't want to be put in that kind of situation. Your tone matters more than captions. You can write a content or a post, and automatically anybody reading will just say, this person is a liar. So you don't want to fall into that place. So people don't buy the first time they see you, they buy after they recognize you. Even if you have done 1,000 collaborations, please know this. Don't deviate from your core because you want to go viral. It will affect your sales, it will affect your leads. Because if somebody has been studying you for 2 months and all of a sudden you deviate from what you've been saying, it means that you are no longer the solution to their problem. They need to move to someone else. So please, when you are niching, unniching, deniching, and re-strategizing and repositioning, you have to be very careful, especially when you are posting. For instance, you are a VA or an EA, you are posting about LinkedIn growth. How does that relate? If I am in need of a VA or EA and I see you posting about LinkedIn growth, I'm going to automatically think that you don't have a solution to my problem. Next slide. Conversion. So how does sales actually happen? Sales don't happen by pressure. There is nothing like, Oga, please buy this product so I can buy Pampers for my children. My children have not eaten for 2 days. Please patronize me. I've had people come into my DMs on LinkedIn to say, I'm a graphic designer, and please don't do this. If you've been doing it, stop it. I've had graphic designers come to meet me and say, oh, Dr. Ish, I love the post you did today. However, your flyer was not nice at all. It could have been done better. It could have been this, it could have been that. And immediately I just feel insulted. Like, are you joking? You want me to buy into your product? You are in my DM telling me that the flyer I used is not nice. And this flyer, somebody sweats, did it for me, gave me free, and I'm pushing the person's brand, and you're telling me the flyer is not good. So you're indirectly telling me that either I don't have sense or the person I use does not have sense. So please, when you are in people's DMs, we have to be very, very careful with how you try to sell yourself. But I will not digress too much as well because it is also not for this class. But you must be clear to tell people what you offer, who the offer is for, and how to take the next step. So how to take the next step is how they can reach you or what it is you can do for them. Because confused people will never buy. If your content is LinkedIn growth today, and maybe a pain point you can solve tomorrow, and next tomorrow is to talk about how your cat died, then the following day is your dog has been ill for the past 3 days, and the following time you're talking about a fashion show you went to, trust me, after a week, whoever has been following you to confirm if you are truly the solution to their problem, they will just lose appetite and just like, nah, this person is not serious. Let's move to the next person. Their headline is totally different from what their content is saying. Next slide, please. Try and rush. So why most accounts don't sell? Common sales killers on social media, of course, using LinkedIn as an example. You are posting without strategy. You've heard that before. You are teaching without direction. Now, everybody on LinkedIn is a teacher. You don't have to have coach on your headline. You don't have to have teacher on your headline. You don't have to have trainer on your headline. It is just responsibility as a salesperson. For instance, there is I'm trying to look for simple terms so you can understand. There's being a VA and there's the business of being a VA. There's being a health and wellness coach and there's the business of being a health and wellness coach. There's been a place of being a graphic designer and there's the business of being a graphic designer. To every skill there is a business, which is why you see some people will be so skilled yet they are hungry. They'll be so skilled yet they are not making any sales because their sales strategy is wrong. I repeat, for every skill, there is the business of that skill. That is the reason why there is doctor and there is doctor. There is coach and there is coach. You can see my intonation. There is VA and there is VA. There is business analyst and there is business analyst. There's a difference. So understand this. Because you may be thinking to yourself, I'm perfect. People say I have mad skills. Yes, but mad skills does not convert to money. Your skills alone cannot convert to money. You must understand the sales process, being polite, showing up consistently, your teachings and your trainings, because you're educating your clients as to what you can do, must have direction, must have focus, and your offer must be clear. Your call to action must be clear. And let me tell you, those that make money are not afraid of selling. There's nothing like, I'm not made for sales. I don't know how to sell. Dr. Ish was born. I was not born with the skill of selling. No, I went to learn how to sell. So please, you need to consciously learn how to sell. It is not a knowledge that comes, okay, well, it comes from heaven anyway, but it is something you need to learn, right? And with your presence, one of the things I need to let you know is you cannot be present today and be absent for 3 weeks. It doesn't work like that. Unless you've gotten to a real top level, right? It is now your past works, your past contents that will be working for you, especially when it comes to your content that is really properly search engine optimized. Some of you don't even know that when you are posting, your content has to be search engine optimized, SEO. Some don't know. You think that SEO involves only your headline and your about. No, your content has to be search engine optimized, because when people are looking for you, when your prospects, your leads, your future clients are looking for you, there are certain keywords they will use to find you. If it is not on your headline, which it should be, if it is not in your bio, which it should be, it has to be in your post. So you may need to go and do some more research on that. Your content must search engine optimize, or else you will never be found. You will just get lost in the noise. Okay, so if people don't know how to buy from you, well, they obviously won't. Next slide. Now, the sales machine. Simple sales formula for you. Your content must convert. Well, you must have conversations in between before you have the conversion. Now, when your content attracts attention, how do you know your content is attracting attention? Of course, one of it is the likes and the whatever. However, what I tell people, or my students basically, what is the quality of the comments? I am not talking about thanks for sharing. I am not talking about, oh, wow, deep. This is deep, so deep. Oh, yes, it's deep, but is it bringing you money? I am not talking about comments like fantastic insights. No, we all know we are guilty of such. I'm not talking about the comments you are giving. No, please note this. I am talking about the comments you receive on your content. I am talking about comments you receive in your DM after I have posts that I drop, and I have people coming into my DM immediately saying, please, I have a similar problem. How can you help me? Or in the comment section, they're asking you for help. So if people are not asking you for help in the comment section and your DM, then your sales engagement strategy is wrong. It means there's a problem with your inbound positioning, because we are not talking about outbound here. We're talking about your content. So your content must attract the right people and repel the wrong people. If you are talking to everybody, you are talking to nobody. You've heard that, right? And it is the conversion that closes sales. Now, conversion is a totally, it's another topic entirely. It's basically the conversation that will ensue after the person has reached out to you in your comment section or in your DM, and then you take it from there and you close the deal. Some people even get, I know people that have leads, like 100 leads, 50 leads, 20 leads, but they are terrible in converting those leads to close deals. So it's something that you also need to go and investigate and find out, first of all, what is your problem area. So social media should start conversations and not pressure. Please, if somebody tells you they're interested, it's not that every day you are telling them how far. You say you are interested. When are you going to buy? Are you not going to buy? I can give you discount. This one, every day you are in the DM disturbing them. Let me tell you, if people believe that you are the right person for them, they will come to you. However, somebody showing interest in your product or your offer does not necessarily mean they are ready at that time to buy from you. Next slide, please. So what do you need to fix this week? Assignments. I love giving people assignments. First of all, I want you to go and define your ideal audience clearly. If you don't know who your ideal audience are, you are just going to be posting wah, 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 as my grandmother would say. You will just be posting left, right, and center, scatter, scatter, because you don't exactly know the problem you want to solve. So you go back and define your ideal target audience clearly. It may be 5 people, right? Now, out of those 5 people, let's say the things you can solve are much. Don't let it exceed 5 target audience. Reason being that your post may be too confusing. Now, let's test run this. If you define your ideal target audience, let's say you come down to 5. Let's say you have 10. Drill it down to 5. Start posting for about 15 days, okay? Now, based on the comments you get, based on the feedback you get in your comment section and in your DM, if you now find that there's a particular set of people that keep commenting or reaching out to you in your DM out of the 5 ideal target audience, please select those people, that particular set of people, and speak to them for the next 30 days. Let me repeat. Number 1, what you need to fix: define your ideal audience clearly. Narrow down to 5. Start speaking to those 5 people as consistently as possible till you notice some level of traction. Now, if you now observe in your comment section and your DM that a particular set out of those ideal target audience keep asking you questions or coming to you for solutions, now drill down and speak to that one particular set of people for the next 30 days to see how you can close a deal, right? Or see how you can close deals. Number 2 is to align your content with one clear offer. It's just basically the same thing. Once you've been able to drill down, create one offer for them. You can have 5 offers, but start with one so that they're not confused. And then always make sure, please, if you are not yet a well-known content creator or businessman or whatever, never you, unless you don't want to sell, you let out a post without action. It is a crime. You must have a call to action. Now, why do you need to have a call to action? Because it tells people that you're ready for business. Without a call to action is you telling people what you want them to do next. It's as simple as reach out to me if you want to solve so and so and so. Text me or mention gold, or mention unbended knees, or mention I'm ready to move. If you know you are ready to leave this problem and come into this Canaan land, something that's just an example. It doesn't have to be what I'm saying, right? So what we are trying to make here is that small changes create big shifts. Just these 3 I'm giving you is enough to change things for you in the next 30 days. And if it doesn't happen, please bring Koboko and come and flog me anywhere I am. All right? Next slide. Now, visibility without sales is noise. 1,000 reactions, 5,000 reactions, 300 reactions. I've just got 1,500 followers. You have 600 reactions. Please don't get lost. I see many people getting lost with it, and I smile. If you are on LinkedIn for 6 months to a year and you have not made sales, but yet you're having a lot of good engagement in terms of reactions and comments, you are wrong. Okay, because the people that need you are there and they are valiantly searching for you. So it means your content is not appealing to them. Okay, so posting daily without direction is effort but not strategy, because without sales it means that you're not doing what you should do. So your content should work for you, not work against you. See, you don't need to post 7 times a week to get results. However, I always advise, if you're just starting out on LinkedIn, for algorithm's sake, you can post consistently, like almost every day, for let's just say about 60 to 90 days. And then when you decide to go down maybe to like 3 days a week, make sure those 3 days a week is consistent. So what you need to do is your content should work for you. It should attract the right people. It should lead to conversations, because it's those conversations that will drive revenue. Okay, so next one. Now, this is not really needed. Next one, please. Okay, so that comes to the end of today's class. Thank you very much for having me. I hope I was able to convince you and not confuse you beyond a reasonable doubt that it is possible to make loads and loads of money on social media, of course, most especially LinkedIn and any other place that you know will help you to get what you want to get. But you must define who your target audience are, do the right inbound posting, be consistent, have the right conversations, create your own specific key performance indices, which of course is what are the quality of comments you are getting, what are the quality of DMs you are getting, and then have those conversations. Go through your DMs right now, go as far back as the last 30, 60 to 90 days and scroll through to see people who are interested in your conversations. And remember, for sales, follow up is very important. If somebody sends you a DM, follow up consistently, but not every day, maybe every few 3-4 days. And of course, nothing like, I beg you in the name of God, save me and my children from hunger. Thank you very much. Coach B, done.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ish. That was another amazing session. And I can see in the comment section people already saying thank you so much. I'm so impacted. I enjoyed your session. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots and lots of thank yous in the comment section. Right now, we're going to be going straight into the Q&A session. Let me just share the slide for that, and then I'll be bringing up our moderator and then all the speakers. So I'll bring up our moderator and then all the speakers, and then we'll take our Q&A immediately. Okay, so if you just give me a second to do that. I think we've got Coach Bobby still in the house. Can you please, while I'm bringing everybody up, can you please help me celebrate all these amazing people? They did everything, like everything to be here. The network was horrible. I was watching the back end and everybody was just saying, oh my God, you know, some people had to get new networks this evening just to be with us tonight. So over to you, Omolara. Omolara, over to you for the Q&A session very quickly. Instructions for Q&A section, Omulara. Is Omulara there?
Yes, she is. I can see her.
Okay. All right. So while we're waiting for Omulara, I don't know if Coach Bobby also, I think I can see Coach Bobby too. Yes, I can see Coach Bobby. I can see Omolara. She's unmuted, but we can't hear her yet. Okay, so for the Q&A session, it's time to ask your questions, and just like we did yesterday, we'll just go through. We use the same system, the same method. Okay, we use the same system, the same method. Please drop your questions in the chat box. Momolara will read them out and then she will direct them to any of the faculty. Okay, so please, any questions you have about any of the sessions, please feel free to ask your questions. People are still celebrating your session, Dr. Ish. I can see massive celebration going on in the comments. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we'll take just a few questions. While we're waiting to take questions, or while we're waiting for people to type up their questions, once again, I need to announce two things to us. The first one is that you can be a part of this. You know, Coach Bobby talked about something. He talked about implementation versus the knowledge. Many of us have gotten the knowledge, right? I'll just give you a very vivid example. What happens to the best of us? You might feel right now that, oh, I've gained everything I need from this freelance MBA. I already know everything, right? I know everything and I'm going to implement. The first thing you'll notice is yesterday when we were closing, we were about 160 something on the call, as at the time we were finishing yesterday. Today, I can see about 55 people on the call. I can see 55 people on the call. That shows you something, right? We know what is good, but the discipline to stay, follow through is usually an issue for most of us. Okay. So what I'm saying in essence this evening is this: sign up for success. You know, make a decision for success. Make a decision, put yourself in a system that will force you to succeed. One of my favorite authors or coaches is Brian Tracy, and he talks about the path of not only the path of least resistance, but you see, if you leave any human being by default, you begin to degenerate. That is the way we are wired. We are wired to go for the easiest way. We don't want to stress ourselves. Anything that is, that will stress us, we don't want it. So what happens with most of us is, if you don't put yourself in a structured environment, see, it is problem. That is why your parents always shouted, go to school. Not because you cannot succeed outside school. The ingredients to succeed outside of school, they are there, but the structure is not there. So you will be there, you'll wake up in the morning, you say, oh, I will do it. But you find out that 1 week later, 1 month later, you did not do anything. Ask yourself the times you had exams to write. You had 3 months to the exam. You were feeling like, it's 3 months now, I will read. I have all the time. Then 1 week to the exam, all of a sudden, you realize that you've not even opened the book at all. What happened? It's lack of structure. So this is what we are offering you. We are offering you a structure to implement everything that you have been taught systematically. We have 3 offers for you, or well, typically 4 offers, but I'll just say 3 and I will explain. The Freelance MBA Basic would help you to gain clarity. So while you're still all around the place trying to choose a skill, today I had a client, a one-on-one coaching client, and I will not tell you how much my one-on-one coaching clients pay, but in 1 hour, what people will spend months doing, or some people years, today VA, tomorrow social media manager, day after tomorrow I'm going to TikTok, after TikTok I'm going to LinkedIn, after LinkedIn then you come back. Some people spend 3 years in that circle and they will not earn, or they'll be earning peanuts. You would do 1 hour, you will do it with 1 prompt. All I'll give you 1 prompt and it will sort your issues about clarity. So you choose your niche. The second thing is you create an offer also with a prompt. Very easy. You create your offer. The third thing is you select your platform, and we teach you how to master both platforms. You can see our 2 coaches there, Coach Precious and Coach Babs. They will teach you how to master a platform, and after that we would also teach you the basic things to know as a freelancer: time management, how to build a framework, how to set goals for your clients' results so that you're getting results for your clients. All of those things are in the Freelance MBA Basic. So that is just fundamentals of freelancing, and that is for you if you want to monetize a skill. So you want to exchange your time for money online, to earn in dollars, to earn in pounds, to earn in other currencies. The Freelance MBA Basic is for you. You are a freelancer, you want to exchange your time for money. Freelance MBA Basic.
The only other thing that would also expose you to, you can join our live session. So all the faculty that are speaking here, you see that they were rushing, right? We have live sessions that we host weekly, but these live sessions are only for people within our community. So within this place, you can ask your questions. You're not asking generic questions or webinar questions. You are asking, Dr. Ish, I went inside somebody's inbox yesterday. The person slapped me, and then Dr. Ish, you say, copy the message, bring it. Let's see the reason why the person slap you. That's what those sessions look like. So you can join the live sessions. You are also in a group where we have somebody just motivating you to complete the course so that you will not pay money for our course. We don't want just your money. We want your results. We are very intentional about the results that you give us. So that is what the Freelance MBA Basic will give you. We've kept the pricing this way because we know that there are some people, maybe students, young people, they're just starting, and they might not have the money to pay for the smaller one, the smaller group coaching. So that brings me to the second one, the Freelance MBA Pro. The Freelance MBA Pro, on this one, it is the basic, but it has some other add-ons. One of the big add-ons for the Pro is that when you're done with the course, we put you in a placement. You are going to work as a virtual assistant or in your field for 1 month. So that 1 month, you will be paid a stipend, right? So you get a stipend that you would enjoy. That's for your data and all of that. But you will have hands-on experience, in working online so that you're able to gain that confidence. You know how to set goals for your clients. You know how to achieve goals. You know how to communicate. Some people have the skills. They don't know how to communicate with clients, right? I changed many of the freelancers I work with last year, not because I don't like them. If you're not excellent, I won't work with you. But some of them, they're excellent in their craft, but no character. Somebody says, I will deliver tomorrow, and then maybe their dog died or their cat died. They will not tell you that my dog died or my cat died. So you are there expecting all your plan is based on I'm receiving this document tomorrow. Mr. My dog died will not tell you. So 4 o'clock that they promised, you're there, and then the person doesn't deliver. The Freelance MBA Pro, we will train you. We'll train you in character. We'll train you how to deliver, right? Apart from that, you also learn basic VA skills. So there are many people that have offline experience, but you've not really worked for an online client before. I remember the first time I got an Upwork client, I had to beg my client to end the contract because I did not understand the platform, how to do the pricing, all of those things. So I had to tell the guy that, see, I don't have energy for this one. And that's because me, I'm earning money in other places. Some of us don't have that luxury. So all of these things, you get hands-on experience on how to work online, okay? So you get VA training, you get placement, and the third thing is you have a small group mentorship system. So you have a mentor that is sitting with you, holding your hand. This mentor knows you by name, and our mentorship groups are in groups of between 5 to 10. So you are not many in that group. Just between 5 to 10 people are the people in the mentorship group. Your mentor will hold your hand and ensure that you complete the course and you complete all the tasks that you're supposed to do. That is the Freelance MBA Pro. It is ideal for new breed freelancers and also existing freelancers that want to build character, also that want to go global or that want to increase, in terms of the capacity that they can deliver. That is the Freelance MBA Pro. The Freelance MBA Premium is very different. This is for people that are so busy that they cannot really exchange time for money. So instead of exchanging time for money, you want to create a system. So you want to create a digital product, you want to create a consulting business. You don't want to be the one looking for the gigs and all of that. So we will create a system for you that you will keep on earning from, right? So all you need to do is activate the system, and then the system will begin to generate clients for you. You serve your clients, and then you get money. So if you want to start a consultancy, you want to create an ebook, you want to create a course, all of those things. And we have 2 packages for that too. We have a course, right? So we have a course for you. The course is also is Freelance MBA Premium, only the course. So that one is self-paced. You do it by yourself. We're not the ones doing it for you. But this premium package, we do everything for you. We create that system for you. And then when the system is created for you, we also hire a VA for you that will run your system. So you have a VA that is trained for you specifically, and that VA will run your system all the time. So these are the packages we have. We've got a 20% discount for people on this call. 20% discount for people on this call. So people within this boot camp, you've got a 20% discount, but the discount ends on Monday, right? So please take advantage of it. A lot of people already took advantage of it yesterday. This discount will end on Monday by 12 p.m. West African time. So please go and find that money. We also give the provision if you don't have the full money to pay immediately and you wanted to pay in installments, we are giving you the opportunity to do that. So just reach out to our admin and then we'll give you the details on how to go about that. So that's that about the Freelance MBA. Let me hand over to our compare. Over to you, Omolara, as we take the Q&A and we wrap up for tonight.
Thank you so much, Coach B. Thank you so much. I must add that Freelance MBA is being reloaded though. It's not when I was there. Oh, take the opportunity now. I can literally beg. Take the opportunity now. Because me too, I'm in tears. Because I must go back. It's being reloaded. I must go back. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our speaker today, Dr. Ish. I've just been writing since morning. I always write in your class. What happened? What is it? This woman. Thank you so much, Coach Bobby. As always, impact. Thank you so much, Coach Bobby. Okay, I don't know if Coach Precious is on this call right now, because I can say a question for Coach Precious.
No,
Okay.
it's not. But you can ask the question. Just assign it. You can give it to Dr. Ish.
Okay, so Dr. Ish, the question that was supposed to be for Coach Precious was, what are the signals recruiters look for on LinkedIn? What are the signals recruiters look for on LinkedIn?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. I think our network.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I think our network. Guys,
All
we're
right.
not asking
I can speak
questions.
to that. I can speak to that. So, what do recruiters look for on LinkedIn? And that's a very important question. So, for people that are looking for jobs on LinkedIn, right? The way you approach LinkedIn is very different from those that are looking for gigs. You need to really understand that very clearly. Okay. Now, and I'm speaking from the position of someone that has worked, well, not as a core recruiter, but just because by virtue of what I do, I used to be a career coach. People used to reach out to me, and then I used to help people optimize their LinkedIn to get jobs. And I have like testimonials about that, international jobs, not even just local jobs. So if you wanted to get an international job, I used to do that. And I'll tell you some of the things that we'll do. And you for those that are, and that's why you cannot be confused, guys. I must say this to you, please. You cannot be confused. Somebody said I cannot be confused. Type it in the comment section. Some people are positioning as freelancers and they are hoping that maybe in Jesus' name, maybe I will now get a job. No, it doesn't happen like that. Because the moment you position as a freelancer, you are putting out a signal to recruiters that they should not hire you. A freelancer is saying very boldly that I want to work on my terms. A recruiter is looking for somebody that is ready to be dedicated, to a company for a long period of time. No company wants to recruit somebody for 6 months because they are going to put resources into you. They are going to train you, and they expect that training they will use the life of that training out of you, right? So the first thing is you cannot position as a freelancer and still position as what do you call it? Then you also have to be very careful because people use all sorts of language on LinkedIn. So somebody will say, I just got a job. Some of them did not get jobs. What they got is a gig, or what we call a gig. I don't know what we're going to call it right now. So a gig is something that is short term. And when the company is not committed to you, right, what you have is a gig, not a job. A job is that you are a full staff of that company. All the benefits that accrue to staff in a company, they accrue to you also, right? I'm taking my time to explain it because some people don't know the difference, right? So you're a full staff. Everything that the staff gets, you get. They cannot just fire you anyhow, staff of the company, right? But when you're a freelancer, you're just like you're an outsider. You're doing work for the company, but the company is not indebted to you. So you don't get things like HMO. You don't get things like you don't get what else? What are the benefits that you don't get staff benefits generally, right? So we need to first define it. Now, if what you're looking for online is a job, the first thing I will say is this: your headline is so important. The headline you use, you cannot be, you know how people will now put freelancers will put something like, so someone like me will say, I'm the freelance prof. If you're looking for a job, you cannot be the freelance prof. If you're looking for a job, for example, as give me an example of a job title, please. Anybody, give me a job title. You're maybe a legal assistant, right? Your job title cannot be the legal chef, the legal alchemist, something like that. No, instead you have to be specific: legal assistant. If you've not done that job before, you can put aspiring legal assistant. Why do I know this? When in those days when I worked as a career development coach, sometimes companies will hire me to help them recruit, like I said. And when for on the recruitment portal of LinkedIn and many other jobs, when you apply for a job, we don't look at your entire application at first. What we see usually is your profile picture, your profile picture, your banner, and your headline. So if your headline is saying you really want to be a legal person, your experience might have all the legal things. But if your headline is saying something different, I would have dismissed your application before even checking out your profile. So, one of the most important things for a job seeker is your headline. Aside that, you need to showcase the experience that you have in that field. And if you don't have experience, you can get, certifications, even volunteer work in that field needs to be showcased on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, now also the kind of jobs that you sorry the kind of posts that you put out should be authority and knowledgeable posts within the field. Okay, so it should be knowledgeable and authority posts within the field that you're seeking employment in. So you are not a LinkedIn advisor advising everybody about LinkedIn. You are not you can put motivation once in a while, but majority of the posts you put out should be there. Then for people like that, you probably don't even need to post every day, right? The major thing is that when you apply for jobs and when people are checking out your post, you want your LinkedIn profile to rank really highly. There are also other people that get jobs because of their visibility. So there are people that they are posting just because they want to build a personal brand, and by virtue of their personal brand, jobs, some jobs, or some organizations will then reach out to them because they've, in quotes, blown on LinkedIn. Okay, so that's another thing. But for people seeking for jobs, you have to really streamline your application and don't get carried away by all the noise that freelancers are making. I hope that helps the person that asked the question.
Oh wow, that was really, really interesting, Coach B. Thank you so much. Even me that did not ask question self, I'll go and check if I'm speaking the right signals, right? Okay, before the next question for I think Dr. Ish, which is on the call right now. Some people are saying they can't see the flyer, and somebody asked how much it is for the pro.
Okay,
So
so yeah, I can just answer that. Somebody has even answered. So the freelance MBA Pro is 250,000 naira, right? But there is a 20% discount. So effectively, up until Monday, it is only 200,000 naira. That's it.
okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach B. Okay, so the question for Dr. Ish, I don't think she's on the call right now. Somebody
Coach
asked
Bobby would answer.
Okay, yes. Coach Bobby, are you here? So the question is, what systems do you recommend for referrals and repeat clients? Should I take the question again, sir?
No, I'm still the question.
Uh,
You
I think
sound distant.
yes, sir. Sound good, more, sir.
Mic check, 1 2.
It's
Can you
better
hear me
now.
now? Thank
Yes.
you,
Yes,
thank you. Okay. All right. So, what systems do you recommend for referrals
went
and
for
repeat
referrals
clients?
and plan.
The first is for people to recognize that if you satisfy a client properly, by default they would come back. And it's about gaining trust. It's about giving value. It's about ensuring commitment to what you said you would deliver. And so that is the most important system. That if you're not talking about technology first, but whatever you say you want to deliver to the people must really be delivered. So trust, value, and of course, commitment to what you're offering them. When you talk about technological systems that you can use, well, the basic is to catalog, is like KYC, know your customers. You need to literally know how to connect with them, where they are, what's their contact, what are those details that you need to know about them. So it starts at the point of onboarding. That's where you are able to collate their details, and so that you can always make an offer to them again, or let them know of opportunities that you are offering to your people. It mustn't be paid, but it starts with as basic as a Google form in their onboarding process for you to know them and, of course, to be able to engage them further.
Thank you so much, Coach Bobby, for that answer. Thank you so much. Gave so much clarity. I don't know if this is a question. Gracie, come on now. Is it important to have your picture on your LinkedIn profile? Girl, are you serious? I don't know. I don't know if it's a
I'm
question. I
happy to
don't know.
answer it. I'm happy to answer it.
Coach Bolu should
So
answer that question.
yeah. So there's a portion of the Bible that says whatsoever your hands find to do, do it well. If you want to be on LinkedIn well. If you don't want to be on
Yeah.
LinkedIn, don't be on LinkedIn. So if the platform, gives you the opportunity to have a profile picture, why would you not put a profile picture? Why do you want to come on LinkedIn and be the rejects of LinkedIn, right? Why would you want to do that to yourself? Also, not only so, as you've asked that question, let's just hit every nail on LinkedIn on the head. So put a good profile picture, not just anyhow profile picture, but let your profile picture be screaming value, money, value, money. Somebody type that. Let it be screaming value, money, value, money. Like people that want to approach you as they are coming to meet you, let them think twice and say, this person, you know, that's your opportunity to sell yourself even without you being there. So start from there and look at it. If you were a recruiter, you want to hire two people, one person on LinkedIn has a make sense profile picture, has a banner that clearly, sells them. There's a LinkedIn banner behind them that reiterates that thing about them that you're recruiting for. And then you look at their posts, they put all the details. They tell you, I graduated from Harvard, I took this course in this place. Everything is well stated on the profile. You go into the experience. Not only did they mention all the places they've worked, they also put in the skills they gained in each of the places, which helps the algorithm push them out when they are being searched on LinkedIn, and there's you, no profile picture, no banner. And the place you work, you just put one or two because let's hide ourselves. Because your own Bible says to you, my own Bible says, I'm the light of the world. I'm a city that is set upon a hill that cannot be hidden. But your own Bible say you are no light, you are darkness, and then they put you under where? Under the rock. That's where you. So just think about it. Just think about that. All right.
Thank you so much, Coach B. I don't know. Thank you so much, Coach B. I don't know why my guys. Are you guys? I know you are tired. That by
There's a
now since
question.
7.
There's a question for
Yeah.
Coach
Wait.
Bobby
Uh I can't find it
from
here.
T
I don't
Bling.
know.
So
Thank
it
you.
says, let me read it. This is for
Yeah.
Coach Bobby. How do you help someone communicate value without underpricing themselves? Also, what pricing strategies do you recommend for beginners?
Thank you so much, Coach B. I can't find it yet.
Okay, so to be honest with you, let me be upfront. You're asking a very, very interesting question. However, this webinar doesn't cover the scope of that because you're asking me, especially when it comes to pricing strategies do you recommend for beginners. There are a lot of things that are involved, and that's why upfront we are not afraid and ashamed to tell you to come to the course. When you come to the course, we will detail that. You can ask us that kind of questions, but I can answer the
Network, please. Network, please. Network, please. Okay, so what I'm going to still wait for Coach Bobby to answer that question because, well, that's his area of expertise. But I must say to you, I think it was last year, I simplified pricing in one single post. I don't know if anybody remembers that post. So if you were struggling with pricing, you could just literally go to that post and copy what I put there and you sort your pricing. However, I don't even have the energy or the time to go and find the post, but I can tell you we've got that on the Freelance MBA. So if you need your pricing sorted, you can come to the Freelance MBA and then we'll sort that. Also, I don't think Coach Bobby can even give a generic answer. Why? Because there are different things that people are selling. The way you will price bread is different from the way you will price oranges. Is different from the way you will price iPhone. So there are different pricing strategies based on the people you're trying to reach out to, who you're trying to sell to, the nature of your product, so many things that have to be put in place. So it's not something that we might be able to answer here, except we know the products, we know you, we know your target audience. We do a complete audit on you to be able to help you with your pricing. So that's what I will say. But if Coach Bobby wants to add to that, then when he comes back, he will do that. Okay, we have some more questions. Can you see them now? I think I can just display them on the screen for you. Okay, so there's one here. Okay, so while we're waiting for Timmy also, I'll read the next question. It says, please, I need more clarification on the issue of LinkedIn. Someone reached out to me to rent my LinkedIn account. How is that possible? It is possible. There are people that reach out to rent people's LinkedIn account. And I don't know how it works, but I did read in the news the story of somebody that had rented out their LinkedIn account and they were arrested last December because some fraudulent activities were carried out on that LinkedIn account. Of course, it was bearing the person's name and the person's verification. So the person spent New Year in jail because of transactions that he knew nothing about. Because of your name is not Esau. Don't sell your LinkedIn account, no matter how many, even if that account is frustrating you, even the account is frustrating you, you post, nobody's responding. And then for the past 3 years, you've only had 200 followers. And somebody says, come, let me buy it for $500 or let me buy it for $1,000. Please beware. There are fraudulent activities going on, a lot of it. Anything you find strange, please avoid it. Anything that looks too good to be true is probably too good to be true. So please do not sell your LinkedIn account. All right, so let's see if we have another one. Okay, so this person says, I have a question. I've changed my skills severally to different niches, but I want to be cleared and focused on medical VA. What can you say about that? Of course, that's what I like to hear. I like somebody waking up to say that, oh, I now know exactly what I want to do, right? It's a good thing to know exactly what you want to do. The reason why you need to know what you want to do is this. So clarity, this thing we say about clarity doesn't mean that there is only one thing that you can do. No, I'm sure that many of us are multi-talented. I'm multi-talented myself. There are so many things I can do. But the idea of focusing is not just even about earning, it's about giving. It's about being focused enough so that you can become in your field. Okay, so let me give a very good example. someone you can relate with. Look at Vicky James. What is Vicky James known for? So you can type that in the comment section. But because of time, Vicky is known for making wedding dresses. That's a niche, right? See, for you to be able to be the best in making something, you need to you need a level of focus to be able to understand it. Many freelancers today are suffering because they don't understand the pains of the clients that they serve. That's it. They don't understand the pains of the clients they serve. We started the Freelance MBA late 2024. We had the first cohort in January 2025. Okay. As at that time, what I know about freelancers between then and now, 1 year of just focusing basically on freelancers, what I know about freelancers today and the problems that are facing them is very different. Why? Because I've focused on one set of people. And the more I discover the problems, the more we are able to bring in new modules to help freelancers tackle the problem. So you hear Omolara saying earlier that now they brought the Freelance MBA Reloaded. They are angry because we've added something. We added because I'm understanding their pain better. So you niching down, it's not just because, when I niche down, they will notice me. It is because when you niche down, you would understand the pain. You would understand that area of the industry so well that nobody will be able to ignore you. So it's good to choose a niche. So while I've said that, in choosing your niche, because a niche is also something you're going to stay with for a period of time, I usually recommend at least 1 year. Right. So if you're going to stay with something for 1 year, I will say that don't choose it by just sitting down and say, I've chosen. If you want to fight me, that's what you should do. After just choose for a flimsy reason. You know why you can't do that? Because if you choose, flimsily, in the next 3 months, you come and be convincing me again, Coach B, this medical V, I've realized that, I now realize I'm a writer. Coach B, I have the soul of a writer. Honestly, Coach B, it's you that will still come back and convince me. Do you understand? So I'll say, yeah, it's good that you want to niche down, right? But my question is, what has made you now decide that it is medical VA? What do you have to offer? We have a 4WD framework that we use in helping you find clarity, right? So let me invite you to the Freelance MBA. Anyone you can take, whether it's the basic, whether it is the pro. I'm inviting you to the Freelance MBA. Come and do it the right way. Save yourself years of wastage, because now you try medical VA. When you now try medical VA and it seems like it's not working, you now come back again, Coach B. Every day you're just wasting resources. You'll be following me on LinkedIn every day. We are talking. At the end of the day, you're not making the money you're supposed to be making. So I'll say, yes, it's good. And if you've decided and you have a good reason, run with it. That's absolutely fine. But if you're not sure and it was just because of this event, they say we should choose a niche, let me just choose. I'll say, you know what? Come to the Freelance MBA. Let's teach you. All right. I hope that answers the question. All right. Let's take maybe 2 or 3 more questions and then we'll wrap it up today. Okay. Let me see. Someone says, how much is the basic? The basic is 100,000 with a 20% discount. You can get it at 80,000 right now. If you need a payment plan, reach out to any of our admins and they will guide you on how to make that happen. Okay. Is there any other question right now? I hope I'm not missing any question. Okay, so these questions are for Dr. Ish. But I'll have to attempt them right now. So what metrics should creators track to know if engagement is translating into revenue? How do you identify which content leads directly to sales? Okay, these are questions I can answer. So the first one is the metrics that creators track to know if engagement is translating into revenue. It is the number of people that are making inquiries about your product. Okay, and that is why you must have an offer. If there is no offer, you're just posting and somebody comes into your DM, you don't even have what you want to sell to them. So that's why, number one, you must have even created an offer in the first place before you start going around and making noise on all over Facebook or LinkedIn, hoping that somebody will just come and offer you something. So that's one. You must have your offer. So how you know that your engagement is translating into revenue is the number of people that you're selling to. So when you make a post, for example, many people are on this call, and some of the people on this call, it was because I made posts and they saw my post and they're like, okay, what's this person talking about, right? And they signed up. That is revenue. So some people are on this call, they saw my post on LinkedIn. After they've come into this webinar, right? They've seen the freelance MBA. They're like, okay, let me pay for the pro, right? Let me pay for the pro. That is how you measure, right? So from LinkedIn, I've been able to turn my LinkedIn into some sort of revenue. Okay. So are you selling? Is money coming into your account? Are people asking about your services? That is how you know. That's how to track it. But if you keep posting and nobody is coming to ask you, what are you selling? How can I buy? There's nothing to sell. Then it's not, you're just making noise on social media. So that's how to track. The second one is, how do you identify which content leads directly to sales? So we have an entire training on that. And that is Coach Precious's forte, right? So there are three kinds of content that you can create on social media. So, or that we recommend that weekly you create. So when you see people creating content, the people that are doing well, they're not just creating content anyhow. We have three categories of content. We have what we call the tofu, the mofu, and the bofu. Anybody, freelance MBA stars, oh yeah, please type it for them. Type tofu, mofu, bofu. Please type it for them. For those that don't know, type it for them. Freelance MBA stars, let's show ourselves. Let's show ourselves, okay? Thank you, thank you. Let's show ourselves in the comment section. Tofu, mofu, bofu. So the tofu is top of the funnel content, right? The mofu is middle of the funnel content, and then the bofu is bottom of the funnel content. It is the bofu that leads directly to sales most of the time. The bofu leads to sales, okay? But the tofu and the mofu, so tofu would attract people to you. Okay, so tofu will attract people to you. The mofu will how do you put it now? The mofu will, give me a second. The mofu will establish authority. So you use your mofu to show people that I know exactly what I'm talking about. That is the mofu, right? And then the bofu is you show evidence, bottom of the funnel content. So if you go to my LinkedIn account right now, I pinned 3 bofu contents. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get my LinkedIn very quickly. Okay, I'm trying to very quickly share with you. Okay, so I'll go to my LinkedIn account just for you to see what I'm talking about. All right, so just give me a second. I'm trying to get it for you and then I'll share. Okay, so here we go. I'm sharing this tab and then I'll show you what the bofu might look like. Okay, all right, so give me a second on this call. I'm with you. I want to find, I'm just going to share the screen and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I need to add that to the screen. Here we go. Awesome. So this is my LinkedIn account, right? So these are my pinned contents. They are bofu content. So let me show you an example. So these are the 3 featured content on my LinkedIn account. You can see them, right? These are the kinds of posts that will make people say, I need to buy from this person. It's strategic. So let me show you an example. I'll open up one for you, right? And these ones are testimonials, okay? So this one, look at this one. Before, struggling to secure clients. After $3,000 in income as a virtual assistant. Here is how I helped. I mentioned the name of the client to get a freelance groove back, okay? She joined the Freelance MBA in January. She gained clarity. She gained confidence, enrolled for her internship with a real client, gained more confidence and competence. Now she secures clients like a pro. This can be your story this year. Start earning $1,000 start your journey into the $1,000 realm with the freelance blueprint. See comments for details. So here I put the evidence, of her telling me how much she had earned. It was even 3,000. Yeah, I think it was, no, she even said 5,000 or something. So I put that in there. And by the time you go into the comments, on the day I will make this kind of post, you see people in my inbox, coming to ask me questions. Okay, so this is the link I put in there. If you're a newbie freelancer or not earning much yet, start your journey with the freelance blueprint, and then you can see here, 4 replies, and some people signed up, and the people that signed up, all of that. So that's it, and some people also giving testimonials, and that's how you sell. Okay, so that's exactly how you sell. So let me come back to the call now, and I'll take off that screen. Yeah, I'll take off the screen. So I hope that helps. So your top of the funnel content is when you're doing all your motivationals and you're, talking to everybody. That's top of the funnel. Middle of the funnel is when you teach, you share knowledge, you share what you know about your field, you do all of that. That is middle of the funnel content. And then the bottom of the funnel content is where you show evidence. You show evidence, you show what you can do, you show results. When you show results, people will buy from you. Okay, so I hope that helps. All right, I think I'll take one final question and then we'll go. So, and thank you to all the people that are helping me to answer the questions in the chat box. So this is the final one. What follow-up strategies increase conversions without appearing desperate? Once again, I'll need to know what you're selling. Okay, I really need to know what you're selling before I understand the conversions. So your conversions will be dependent on what you're selling, and your sales funnel will be dependent on the kind of products that you're selling. All right, so this question, I don't know if I'll be able to answer it very well, but let me use my own field. Let me use my own field as an example. Let me use my own field as an example. Let me see. So what follow-up strategy? Why are you even following up? Like, once somebody asks for your service, you just need to have, and that is why you need to join the Freelance MBA, because we have in our FOF framework. So we have on the Freelance MBA, right? The new part, the added part of the Freelance MBA, one of the things you will learn is framework, and then strategies of closing sales. Okay, so we'll teach you how to create your sales funnel. Even as a freelancer, so we teach how to create like a simple sales funnel that you can use to close your clients. And if you follow your sales funnel, there's no how you appear desperate. We'll even teach you how to handle a sales call. So when somebody says, oh, I want to buy from you, I want to see your services, we'll teach you what to see on that call. We'll help you, we'll show you how to prepare your presentations, we'll show you the kind of questions you should be asking your clients. So all of those things is just you understanding and mastering the simple sales process that a freelancer can use. So I'm so sorry that I couldn't really go like deep into this particular question. It's just because I don't really understand exactly what you're selling, and that's why I can answer it. Okay, but I'll say to you also, Tibling, get on the freelance MBA, right? Either the basic or the pro. Attend the live sessions, and during the live sessions, this kind of question we can then ask you. What exactly are you selling? What is your offer like? How have you been following up before? So that we'll know if you are doing punkiest things. Okay, so I have another question here. Please, I'm yet to get a laptop. How do I scale as a freelancer who is yet to get an offer? Please, I need your advice. This was answered very well yesterday, and the answer is you can start. Coach Babs made his first plenty money with only a techno phone, right? He said a techno phone that he got on Easy Buy. So you can make money even with your mobile phone, right? So we've got different coaches on the Freelance MBA. Me, I'm the bougie coach. I'm the one that I don't even want to deal with anybody that doesn't have a laptop. But you see, we have coaches that are understanding. They know how things are going, and they know how to encourage you. There are skills you can pick up, and there are jobs you can complete without a phone. Sorry, without a laptop at first. Of course, as you're going to be a freelancer, one of the things you want to start preparing for is to start saving up towards a laptop. But whatever it is, you can still start. There are content creation, there are there's content creation. There are just lots of things that you can start doing. It's not the ideal situation, but there are things you can still start making money. It takes determination and diligence, but you can make money online even with a phone. Canva design, social media management, that's a very easy one. Social media management, you can easily do that with just your phone. So many things that you can do just with only your phone when you're starting with freelancing. All right, so at this point I think it's a good time to call it a day. Can I say a very big thank you to every oh, Coach Bobby is back. Wow, I didn't know Coach Bobby was back. All right, so can I just say a very big thank you to everyone. Coach Bobby, there was a question for you. It was on pricing, but I think I've scrolled past. So I think we should just say good night at this point.
I heard
And
when you attempted to answer the question, I was at the back end listening, so
okay.
it was great.
Okay. Please, I need to add offer creation and something something to my portfolio. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Coach Bobby, do you want to just drop your final note?
Well, a lot has been said. Implementation is next. So let's get to implement and let's do that. um, it's going to be amazing for those who join us, truthfully. See the time we're spending even to give you on the free basis. So it tells you when you enter, you have great access with us. So please do all that you need to do and we'll be glad to have you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And finally, tomorrow is the grand finale, and the person we're having tomorrow is not even just one of the faculty, is a big sensation on LinkedIn. We're going to have Olumide Gloville from Facebook, one person I respect so much, one person that understands the online space, in a way that he has grown over the years. Can I say something? Olumide Glove, I don't even know if he remembers that he wrote a book, but I remember in those years when I was just on Facebook, the reason I came on Facebook was, let me confess, because only few people are here tonight. So let me drop a confession. The reason I started posting on Facebook, was that I got married and I thought I thought that I don't know, young people, before you get married, you think that once you get married, you and your husband, you'll be talking 24/7. Like all the time, you'll be talking to your husband. Then I got married and realized that my husband likes pressing phone. He prefers to press his phone and watch football. And I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing when you're pressing phone and watching football? And that was when I remembered, oh, Bolu, you like to write. So when he's pressing his own phone, I started creating content on Facebook. That was what I was just doing. And then people started following me. They liked my content. They were always waiting for the content. So it was when Olumide Gloville wrote that book. It was called BASE, Building a Social Media Empire. And I read that book and I realized that with this small content I'm creating, I can actually build something, or I can start selling something. That was the first time I knew that I could monetize my social media. And that was when I remember that, oh, there was this book or there was this magazine I used to write for when I was in uni. I just put together all the stories I wrote for that magazine. I put it into an ebook and I just announced to my followers that time. I said, I'm selling an ebook. One day, 50 sales, 50 plus sales in one day. Was 1,000 that time. I made 50K in one day. Ha! I'm like, okay, so that's Olumide Gloville, and Olumide Gloville has even evolved since that time. For those that know the Lagos Facebook Hangout, that is Olumide Gloville, is the convener of that program and many other amazing things that he does. He's going to be with us tomorrow and he's going to be teaching us all about monetizing ourselves online. So a very big thank you to everybody that stayed till this time, and we look forward to meeting with our guest speaker tomorrow. Please, I want you to go on the group you're in. I want you to pepper the people that did not come. Go and pepper them and tell them we learned a lot. Tell them that we learned a lot. Let them know what happened here tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you and good night. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. See you tomorrow.